Hello and welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. My name is TJ. It's a pleasure to be back, and let me know how I sound. I just did put in some new audio equipment in the stream today, and I'm curious to see how it turns out. So if you have any feedback on the sound of it, please do let me know as you think of it. And if you notice nothing of it and it sounds just fine, then that is exactly what we are looking for. But we're actually going to have a pretty short tournament today, and it's a little bit weird, right? I'm going to see if we can get some exhibition events at the end. My goodness, sorry about that. But because we have got A, convention in town, B, wonderful, wonderful weather, and C, another large tournament in the area, what we have is a much smaller event. For the first time that I have seen in probably a year or months or the last time that somebody came around. Small event. It is going to be 3 rounds.
4 rounds.
I'm going to. Oh, we are on 4 now.
4 rounds.
Apparently, we're on 4, and we'll try and get some exhibition stuff at the end if possible. We actually are on 4 rounds. Looks like Coleman has got some information for me.
Yeah,
and let's
first round for
see what he's got.
You've got Logan facing the wall.
You did that just for me, didn't you?
Sure. Texas facing the wall, or on the wall. Sorry.
And are they on exactly what I expect them to be?
Yes.
Okay. This should be interesting. I'm a little bit curious to see how this one works. All right. Thank you, Coleman.
No problem.
I appreciate that.
Also, I got the bye. That's hilarious.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
Probably get food.
I just got food.
What the
It's
food?
2 words.
Is it?
Yeah.
Lame.
There you go. Should probably change the title too.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
I was gonna say you come back after a week.
Oh, I'm feeling rebellious. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm real. I have been like locked in my apartment for the last week. It has been. I am restless, so I'm glad to be back.
Well, you can tell he's not an apparition. That's how restless he is.
Exactly. He cannot avoid a pun, can he? All right, so in round 1 of 4, we are going to have Logan lining up against Steven. Now, on the one hand, we are going to have Logan on the Black-White Deathcloud deck. Now, this is a control deck. It's gotten a little bit of popularity, been played on some streams, but it should be a good time. The deck is looking to cast a massive Death Shadow. Think of it as an X-cost Smallpox, if you will. Now, this is really good at capitalizing against decks that rely on their lands, rely on their hands, things like that. Now, against something like Bushwhacker Zoo, which is in the hands of Texas, he's going to be ending that hand and getting the board out pretty quick. It's going to be a matter of how much damage that can he deal before he's forced to sacrifice a good number of those creatures. I'm going to initially say that Logan might be an underdog, but Lingering Souls might be the tool that he needs to get through this. Let's find out for ourselves. I'll see you there. And Texas kicking things off with a Wild Nacatl off of a Stomping Ground. And Logan's going to follow this up with a Godless Shrine of his own, kicking it back right now, representing a removal spell by going for that Shocked Land. Logical glitch between rounds. Ask me again. I've got some thoughts, but not a ton. Ooh, look at that. We do find a land, and that Path to Exile comes down. Logan is only going to take 2 off of this Goblin Guide. Now, if you're going to lose one of these creatures, Logan would prefer him have the Goblin Guide. It can help him dig through a little bit of his deck. Plus, it is the smaller body. Texas losing that Wild Nacatl does have a Lightning Bolt in hand. And Logan is actually playing an Orzhov Signet there. Now, the Signets don't normally get a lot of play in Modern, but what this one does is when you're looking at a card or a deck that is really trying to get to the 4 mana mode to be able to cast Damnation, or some of the Planeswalkers that he's actually got available to him, he is going to be trying to get to 4 mana pretty quickly, and this allows him to jump 3 mana. Now that Damnation is going to be excellent, but Texas might be able to get beyond that a little bit. He's got a lot of direct. He's got 10 points of damage in hand. He has got a Boros Charm and a Tarkus Command and a Lightning Bolt. He is loaded to the teeth with burn spells, but no way to get Revolt just yet in a way that he wants to. He might end up trying to use the Bloodstained Mire to go for a green source, but he wants something to do with that mana when he gets it back. Apprentice of Bolas. Where have I been? I've been trapped in my apartment working on Project X. Tevin, I don't know. He didn't come in and sit down, so I assume that he's doing something else. But 2 of these spirits come down for Logan. They're going to be able to block this this Goblin Guide. He falls down to 11. Texas, again, has 7 points of burn in hand. Scratch that. He's got 3 points of burn in hand. Howdy, Yoshi! Thank you so much for that sub. That is so long and so amazing. What do you say? You say you're welcome, because I'm going to say thank you for your support. It has been incredible having you here. So, Texas, kicking it back. We do lose our Lingering Souls. Logan falls down to 4. After that, getting him to go for the double block, a little bit unusual. I'm a little bit surprised that he actually attacked it all. Logan went for the trade when I don't think he needed to, and the Atarka's command gave it a boost and dealt that 3 damage to Logan. Still a little bit of a rough. When do we get to find out what Project X is? It honestly depends on how it goes. Double Damnation in hand. Also has a Deathcloud available to him, but not going to be able to hit enough lands. He can only Deathcloud for 2 currently. He's also got, I think that's an Obnixilis. What are my thoughts on the newly split Harsh Mentor? It looks like the Obnixilis is going to come down likely minus on the Goblin Guide. I think Harsh Mentor is worth testing, but I'm unconvinced. It doesn't guarantee damage, so I don't envision it in Burn in Modern, unless maybe as a sideboard card. I think it's much more potent in Legacy than in Modern, however. So I'm curious. I think it demands testing, but I'm not convinced by it. Card is sweet, though. Card looks awesome. It's a very cool design. So Obnixilis reignited. I love it. Let's go ahead and bring up that card. It does have -3 destroy target creature. Now he's going to be potentially losing a life to draw a card. I'll be surprised if he utilizes this because he's at 4, going to 3. We'll see if that punishes him. We've already seen him get hit by a Lightning Bolt and an Atarka's command. Willfully putting himself down to 3 could be a very dangerous play. But we're going to flashback Lingering Souls, trying to get some stuff in the way. That is going to be a decent blocker, but otherwise doesn't have a whole lot left to do with this mana. Cannot eliminate all of Texas's lands. I think he's waiting to try and fire that off for possibly 5. Goodness gracious. Indeed, Coleman. So Texas, looking for a Lightning Bolt. Looking for something that can clean up the last bit of this, because Logan has really established himself a nice buffer to protect himself. And we were talking a little bit earlier about how Texas would be dealing so much damage immediately. He had a lot of reach in that hand, not a whole lot of pressure. But that Lingering Souls ended up buying him a huge amount of time. A Kari Zev's expertise. Gain control of target creature. Let's see. He can technically attack and have him lose the spirit. The Obnixilis has the ability to minus and kill the other one. And it looks like he's choosing to eliminate the Obnixilis from this field to keep it from being able to do that. So he points these towards the Obnixilis. Doesn't want him going for the trade. He would lose one of his spirit tokens if he wants to keep the Obnixilis around to draw cards. If I'm Logan, I'm probably okay. If it's going to take damage no matter what, I'm going to hold on to my spirit, because I do not want to plus it up much anymore because of the amount of removal in this deck. But it looks like he actually is willing to do this, and he's going to Fatal Push the other. Going for a trade across the board. That strikes me as an unusual play, but we'll see how it ends up paying off, because plussing this up to go to 2 life, you actually can't really... I don't know. It looks like, I guess, 2 is about the same as 3 in Logan's mind. He's never going to be able to -8 it, though. So I guess he's just trying to draw some extra cards eventually. And, ooh, now that is a much better card for this situation. Sorin, Lord of Innistrad, deciding to come down to the battlefield. Now he's going to be making a flying vampire. Save you from this Terabad coding lab you need to finish for tomorrow. I'll do my best. So now that we've got a flyer, Texas passes the turn back. Hey, what's up, Lord of Jund? He's probably just going to keep plussing this one up, making more of these vampires to get in the way. Because that lifelink, he actually is able to continue gaining a little bit of this life back. Oh no, it doesn't have flying, it just has lifelink. I believe the vampires are ground bound. So we're going to plus this up again, make another 1/1 lifelink vampire, and we'll see if he wants to go to 2 again, or if he's looking to end up back at 4, which is somewhat of a safe place to be against this deck. Borostran becoming the biggest threat. But Texas mostly just waiting to draw the lightning bolt, and I think that may have been it. It looked like a lightning bolt to me. Ooh! I don't think he can beat that. Next game! Oh, man! What is up, Slow Hands? A Tarkus command off the top. Can I pull up Sorin? Absolutely I can. The Lord of Innistrad. Whew. I bet plussing that Obnixilis the once ended up feeling pretty bad there. Whew. TJ got unbanned. Oh yeah, TJ's back in the booth. So Sorin, 4 mana for 3 loyalty. +1 to put in a 1/1 black vampire creature token with lifelink onto the battlefield. -2, you get an emblem. Creatures you control get +1, +0. And a -6. Destroy up to 3 target creatures and or other planeswalkers. Return each card put from the graveyard on the battlefield under your control. So he does take control of them. Absolutely agree, Goblin Guide. Logan did get ambitious with this Obnixilis, didn't want it to sit useless, and it ended up punishing him. Going up to 4 may have been the deciding factor, and it's a matter of did that end up drawing into something that may have gotten him back into the game. Could have just made an emblem with the Sorin. He could have. He also would have gone to 4 in that one. I think playing more 1/1s is better in that case if you're going to be tapping out, because it means that a single hasty creature in a deck like this can be fairly problematic. So it was Sorin. Yeah. So I think in retrospect there are different plays. I may it's tricky. It's tricky. That's true, he does have the Lingering Souls in hand. It's possible that the Sorin ult was the way to go about that, but trying to flood the board up there didn't strike me as wrong. You're thinking of buying Lantern and Hate Bears. They both can be easily changed into different decks, Affinity and Merfolk, respectively. Since you have most of the parts, which Hate Bears would I play? The more traditional one or the Eldrazi and Taxes one? Personally, I would go for the Eldrazi one, but I would play Eldrazi Displacer in either way. Himamomo, I don't disagree with you, and I think in retrospect, absolutely. But getting up to 4 life was definitely the important part, and I think it may have started with not plussing the Obnixilis, but it did find in the right piece. But getting up to 4 may have just been the correct play. And it's also hard to say with Texas potential doing that, but I think that was the safest play. Okay. Living End got a big boost this set. I disagree. I don't think Living End got almost anything. It maybe got 1 replacement for the Deadshot Minotaur, and it maybe got 1 other, but I think that it got very little to actually get slotted into the deck, personally. Yeah, I do think that Thought-Knot Seer is better than Restoration Angel. But I disagree that Living End got a big boost. It maybe if they feel like going towards like a blue version. Ooh. Goes for the Leyline of Sanctity as a pre-game play, saying no to that removal that we saw last game. does not want to deal with that. Now, we'll see if that ends up being a beneficial play, because this is still a beatdown deck. What's up, Jenstigov? Yep, I'm back. I'm feeling good. I've been quite restless this week. I don't think that a card replaces Deadshot. There's one that cycles for just a red, and it's a 6/4 that may come in, but it's a more restrictive cycling cost. The nice part actually is that a Tarkus command, which he has 2 of in his hand, just say each opponent. They don't actually target Logan. Okay. The problem is that none of the new creatures cycle for 1, except for one of them, which is kind of medium. It's a little bit more restrictive on the cost. It might get in, but it's not much of a boost. I don't know. It's a slight one. I disagree that Living In got a big boost. I think the deck is underplayed right now, but I don't think that it got a huge boost from the set. So returning sideways, and Logan getting hit by all these creatures, which look fantastic. Like, the Leyline is doing a great job of keeping him from getting hit. A Path to Exile happening here. He's going to find the basic. Now, Texas probably does remember that he is... You like the Demon for Living End? It's a maybe to me. It's only good after you've already resolved Living End, which doesn't strike me as awful, but doesn't strike me as where I want to be. I think it's definitely worth testing. That's not a bad point, Bestme. Okay. So, attacking all out, Logan's just taking the beatdown game plan. He's low on removal. He hasn't hit lands. This just isn't going his way. He's going to pick him up. Artsy subbing by Twitch Prime. Thank you so very much. It's awesome to have you here. You are incredible, and I appreciate your support. Thank you for hitting that sub. Thank you for using that Twitch Prime, which you get 1 free every month. And thank you for being a part of the stream. So, Texas gets this one in 2. Did look favored in the game 1 through Reach, and Tech and Logan unable to survive against the relentless attacking of this Bushwhacker deck, which is so blazing fast. And Texas actually a little bit on a tear recently. Recently also won a Grand Prix trial in the store, and will be having some of those buys for GP Vegas, which I believe he intends to go to. Anybody else out there intend to go to GP Vegas? Because I will be there, and I look forward to seeing you there. But let's head back up to the booth, and let's see if it's capable to find ourselves something else to watch here in round 1. I'll see you there. Hi, how's it going, everybody? I hit the wrong button, but I'm back here. It's wonderful to have you here. I've been off the last week, and I'm always excited to be here. First stream you've always been able to catch in a while. Always happy to see a Scred player commentating over my other deck, Bushwhacker Zoo. It is my true pleasure to do so. Scred is a lot of fun. I do love some red decks, and Bushwhacker Zoo I am a fan of. Though, that Deathcloud deck is looking pretty spicy. Again, I will toss it out. Anybody who has some feedback. I recently played around with our audio somewhat. I added a mic, or a mic arm to hold the microphone up off the table to help prevent the noise from just like touching the table like so. I also got a shock absorber for it, and I did get a pop filter. Now, this all means that I'm not really an expert on utilizing it, so let me know how the sound turned out. I would appreciate that. Looks like Coleman has got some more words to put into my ear.
Yeah, exactly. So you have Sean and Zach.
Okie doke. Who's
Zach's facing me. I think so.
Okay.
Then you have Sean. Nope. There you go.
Okay.
Zach's on mono red.
Okay. Let's say that.
Yeah. And then Sean is on. I've been calling it Band Pants.
Well, what is it actually?
I have no. It's.
Oh, is this the band deck from the GPT?
Yeah.
So this is the one that's like the band. It runs company, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh no, this is the one that's like the giant.
This is from the
vocals.
GPT.
This is like the giant vocals.
Yeah, so
deck,
I've been
right?
calling it Pants.
Well, we'll call it band hexproof.
And it's kind of boring, but.
Well, You don't
This
pick
is-
interesting
this
names
is-
when other people are going to be coming in and asking you every 30 seconds what the deck name is. I don't do interesting names on the screen, unfortunately.
So they're heading to game 2. I believe they're already underway.
Into game 2?
Yeah.
Who won the first one?
Sean did.
Okay, I guess it's time to go. We'll see you there. All right, I'm told that game 1 was victorious for Band
Oh,
because
that's
of
Ball
Worship.
Lightning and a Rock Swarmonk.
We're joining in the middle of their game to Ball Lightning getting in a bunch of damage. Do love that card.
Oh, wow.
TJ, we have a friend I can talk to for you. About what? Okay. Sure, talk away.
I mean, he does like talking.
I do love talking.
Yeah, that's fun.
Whoever your friend is, tell them they're great. I don't know really what you're... Also, the one thing is that you might have to... Well, I guess you've never had a problem with speaking loud.
Yeah,
Only some
I
of the
really
other co-hosts. I could always turn up the gain a little bit too. Let's see.
So you're gonna gain some volume, perhaps?
I should always know that anything that I say will lead to you making a joke.
Yep. You really should have seen that one coming.
So Rox Warmonk coming in, of course. Josh not here today, but he's here in spirit on this card. The
Yeah.
3/4/4/3 with lifelink. It's a potent
3-4
card.
for 3. That's pretty funny.
3/4/4/3. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Man, that's hilarious.
How about a lot of lightning?
Sparks flying
Yeah.
on the battlefield as a 3/1 and a 6/1 with trample haste. That's guaranteed 8 damage right now, coming in hot.
Yeah, and I don't think Sean's gonna block.
I'm also a little bit surprised about the Beaumont Courier not getting in the swing. Against the Birds of Paradise, it just has such a distinct advantage.
Whoa, okay. Speaking of cards I didn't expect to get played today,
Is it that one?
that is one of them.
I would like to have my Rox Warmonk fight that. It means that he gains 3 life for his trouble after taking the 6.
I was gonna say he's gonna put a counter on the game getting 4 life.
Oh yeah. Looks real solid. That went excessively well for Sean.
Yeah.
Jamoka's coming in great. I think Jen was talking about the friend helping with you. Oh! That's wonderful. I also do have someone in the store who happens,
Yes.
fun fact, to
I
do,
do like fun facts.
pro audio on the side.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
Okay. So
He's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool dude.
there's some amazingly
we got really lucky.
we got David, we had Ian, we have Troy, we have
we
have you. Like the amount of people that we have in the shop who help it run, like we got it extremely fortunate there.
yeah.
Okay.
And what's Sean gonna draw? I think that's a Noble Hierarch.
You're from Roanoke.
Nope, doesn't
From ever
look like it.
in Roanoke. I intend to be in Roanoke eventually. I've thought about visiting there actually. Let you know, you've got a sweet guest room. Nice. Love to sling spells at me. Bring family. I don't have much family that travels with me. My parents don't play Magic, and I don't really have any other immediate family. I guess my sister's in California. She probably won't come to Roanoke with me.
I was gonna say, yep. There, we sent EE for 1, gonna kill the bird and the courier, but Sean's gonna say, I have another bird.
Yeah, the bird's back.
It is, in fact, the word. Well, we've got more haste threats. So we're gonna see an attack for 7.
Have I ever told you about how someone once compared my humor to hockey and that it's just about shots on goal? Like, it doesn't matter how good the shot is as long as you keep making it.
Oh, so the soccer
You
approach.
take that mentality to the max. Never a moment will pass in which Coleman doesn't try.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, going the wrong direction there.
Rock Swarmonk's really, it's a really good card.
I was waiting for you to try one.
Nope. So, Searing Blaze, I don't think he can actually cast.
Any
So you
thoughts?
need a target and you need to target Sean.
Yes, and
So,
you cannot.
Yeah, and I don't think you can target yourself, can you?
No, it's
Okay.
that they have to control the creature that's
Oh,
being
okay.
targeted.
Okay.
Any thoughts on As Foretold in a fair control deck? Yeah, it's awful.
It's a lot better when you want to cast your spell that breaks the game.
Yes, in the
So-
Cascade Suspend Shell.
Like
That's the
Restore
only
Balance, it'll be great.
Sure. Any thoughts on the new set? It's fantastic.
There's a new Malira-esque card. It's gotta be. The set's gonna be great.
Every good set has been defined by that, really.
If they have a Malira-esque card.
Think about it.
Yeah,
Every
it's
card,
gonna be good.
every set that has had a card that went into a Collector Company deck, into, with the into current Obzon Company.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Into current Obzon Company, every set, it's a good set.
Yeah, that's actually probably true.
How weird is that?
Yeah, that is not what I expected. It's an,
Yeah, I know.
There you go. You get away from
I mean,
the
they're right there. It's more the typing.
Get away from the booth, you forget how to spell.
Forget how to type more.
And you forget how to actually click on an image.
That's fine.
So an untap from Sean, and what are we gonna draw? We're gonna draw. I think that's another Rock Swarmunk.
That card's good. So the 4/5 lifelink just dominating the battlefield. 2 Monastery Spheres, not enough. And with Zach being in top deck mode, he's very limited in his options on what he can do to actually grow these. Because with 9 damage, he actually, even a top deck Lightning Bolt, he would have to use multiple Lightning Bolts to actually get through this.
Yeah, I mean Rock Swarmunk was already really good against one Lightning Bolt, but with another counter, it's gonna be a lot harder.
And yeah. With 2 mana up, if that's like a Dromoka's command in hand, it's just lights out.
Actually, I mean, at this point, it's basically game over. And yep, you still cannot cast that card.
It's probably worth mentioning.
Yeah. Zach, you actually can't cast Searing Blaze.
Sure myself.
Don't.
Yeah, he can.
Oh.
It's target player.
Oh, I thought it was. I asked you if it was target player earlier. You said no.
No, I said it has to be one that you control. Like, it has to be one that they control.
Oh, I
Like the player.
could have. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He can't, like, hit their creature and himself.
Well, no, that's what I assumed. I assumed it was target opponent.
That's okay.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. Because
Actually, I do
think
need a haircut.
This game is over.
Oh, absolutely. Rock Swarmong's super good against aggressive decks. Especially Sparks, in which it outclasses 2 of the Sparks. Spark Elemental and Hellspark Elemental already outclassed by the Rock
Yeah,
Swarmong.
you're taking it back to Alara block with the Hellspark Elemental versus Rock Swarmunk.
It's how I actually first got into Modern, is I built...
You built Rock Swarmonks?
No, I built Sparks.
Oh, see, I should have assumed.
Yeah.
He's not a war person.
Nope. I am a lover, not a fighter. Did I see that Madcap Moonless that 5-0'd today? It was running Platinum Angel as its target and placed at a Pact of Negation. I have seen that list. I didn't see one that 5-0'd today, but I've played against that list quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. The deck is cool conceptually. I think that it's boring.
As boring as a deck that's playing Platinum Empyrean can be.
No, it's Platinum Angel.
Oh, Platinum Angel.
The
Sorry,
point
not
is, like, the
Platinum
whole
Empyrean.
deck just makes it to where it has 7 counterspells in hand. Like Pact of Negation, Snapcaster, Pact of Negation.
Okay.
And all they do is actually wait for you to deck. Or run out of time.
Oh,
like,
this-
it's
this-
mostly it's an online deck, because they can just F6 through their turns. Or just respond to your stuff. And then they just counter their spells. They run out of their deck, but since they have 7 kill spells, if you don't have enough answers for it in your deck, then you just lose. And so it almost always wins by just timing you out. So, like, the deck is fantastic in concept. It's probably a lot of fun to play, but it's just boring.
I
Like,
don't know.
I
I actually like those style of decks.
Yes, but I would never want to do commentary for it. Ever.
Yeah, that's probably true.
It would just be boring.
Yeah.
I could make it work. But it'd be like, alright, another player of his opponent trying to stockpile enough kill spells to fight through all these Pact of Negations, which won't work because it costs 0 mana. And it looks like the other player's going to pass it back. Okay, looking at
We're
that.
in more of the same.
Exactly. Like, it's the game ends up being 15 minutes of one player trying to assemble the perfect hand to beat all the counter spells in the other player's hand.
Yeah.
Like,
also,
that's the
like,
match.
You can attack with Platinum Angel, right?
Eventually, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So that would be like the number one thing I would do. But I like attacking.
Alright. Iwin's beating face with a 4/4 flyer. I mean, occasionally. I guess I normally play decks that play something bigger than it to where they can't actually attack. Like, I've played against it with Stormbreath Dragons, and I've played against it with Cranial Plating Volt Scourges.
I know every deck that I would play would have some way to deal with Angel.
Yeah. So, I guess that's why I didn't say that. But
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right in that it does also attack with 4/4 Angels over the course of many turns. Let's head back into the booth. Any chance of some
I
more?
don't think so. I think the other players are on game 3s already.
Well, then let's get ready for the next round.
Yeah, it looks
See
like to be
you
a
out there.
pretty quick round.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name's TJ.
I'm Coleman.
That's right. His name's not down there because he is only here for a little bit to join us, and I really didn't want to take the time to add his name. I could if you like, though.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I think they might know who I am.
Well, wonderful. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. It's a pleasure having you. You may notice that there's a brand new emote in the chat.
I did notice that.
I have not streamed since it's been in there. I'm quite enjoying it, the Fort Kiddo.
Yep.
I like to say, that's where you're wrong, and then put the emote in there. That's where you're wrong, kiddo. Man, the whole thing is just a blast.
Another one for you guys, or
As far as I know.
Hey, if you want to, go for it.
well, I think he's getting his other deck just to play, just for the hell of it, because I don't think we have another match.
Oh, if you guys want to run an exhibition, that's really cool.
Cool.
All right.
All right, we're gonna watch something else. I know Zach's been doing a lot of Mardu lately.
Yeah.
But he's also been on Sun and Moon, so I think this might be
Yeah.
him playing Sun and Moon against this
And I
deck.
think this one might have some proxies in it.
This is the proxies on it?
Yeah.
I mean, how are
they? Are they? Can we clearly see what they are? Okay.
Then that's great.
Probably good enough.
That's great. Okay. So, why would I ban you for saying that? I mean, I think normal people is an overly broad term, but I think saying ban me if you want is an extremist way to go about it. Sun Dodger 04, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Good luck with that task today. It's a beautiful day in Washington here.
Yeah, that's also probably one of the reasons we don't have as many players.
No, I completely agree with that one. Gideon of the Trials. Meh, it's medium. It's worse than the...
I do like
it's the third best Gideon.
I was gonna say that it actually says you can't lose the game if you have a Gideon is now rules text, and not just
Not just assumed.
assumed. Like it used to be, once you have Gideon, you basically can't lose. And now with that emblem that says if you have a Gideon, you actually.
It's amazing that they extended the spoiler season for Amonkhet all the way up to Battle for Zendikar.
Yeah.
Since we already heard that. All right. Let's see. But thank you so much, Sun Dodger. It's awesome having you here. You really dislike the Sun and Moon deck? I don't. I think it's great.
I think it's really cool.
You love blue-white control is also actively working right now. Slow hands. Let's head on down to the field. Let's watch the
Yeah.
exhibition.
Normal people.
But to respond to BMAT, I think that is certainly the trend that's happening, and I think that it is the part. It's on the players and it's on the community much more than anyone else to move the game in that one, because obviously there is a demographic that plays Magic. It's not like the average per JMB117. Thank you so much for that sub. It's awesome having you using that Twitch Prime for
Looks like we got a
4
double sub
months in a
too.
row, and Bites and Flights rounding the corner and turning this into a triple.
Yeah.
Gotta
look at
love that one. This is looking to be a Mariners at the beginning of a season performance, and I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for that sub and supporting this stream. But again, it's something that is on the community. I don't know what I've done.
doing?
I've gotten a hanger stuck into my watch, so I'm gonna be figuring that one out for a bit. But it's on the community, and like it's certainly moving in that direction. And I wouldn't say like some of my most fantastic friends are Magic players.
That's true. I mean, there's one right here.
Absolutely, Coleman. It's so good knowing you. Temple of Triumph coming down. He's
Yep.
gonna be getting a free scry.
It's got to be good. I mean, scrying is what you do after your mulligan, so if you get a free one for playing a land.
Exactly. But the big thing is, anytime that you're part of a community, it is important to help it grow.
Yeah.
And like everyone's involved in that.
Don't worry about it. So, Flagstone's into Boom Bust.
That
I don't think this is Sun and Moon.
I believe it is.
This
I think
is not Sun and Moon.
I think it's a different sentiment. I will call it red-white control because that is
Yeah.
his intent with it. But I believe that he has taken it, like it's a Nahiri control deck with red-white. It is very close to the Sun and Moon, and I believe in conversations with Zach that he basically just didn't like a lot of what the Sun and Moon deck was doing, so he decided to run Goblin Dark Dwellers.
Yeah, and I
And by
think
doing so, then you start running Boom
I also
Bust.
saw a Day of Judgment.
And I think this is kind of the matter of like, once you make one change of switching to one card, then it's like,
Yeah.
well, when you make that change,
I was gonna say, I also don't think he's playing any Chalices, because I see Lightning Bolts abound.
like, think of it like, correct me, I think M12, that one had the Titans, right?
Yes.
So standard at that time, it's like, man, Do you remember that loading ready run sketch?
Mhm.
I have a mono white deck. All right, well you should definitely be running Grave Titan.
Titan.
And while you're at it, like you might as well be running Ponders and da 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 da.
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna
suddenly you've got a
gonna
blue
say
black.
like, well, you know what the best way to fight Tarmogoyf is? Scavenging Ooze. Why are you playing Scavenging Ooze in your Tarmogoyf deck?
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah, this Zach is playing with a couple proxy cards, mostly because
He's testing the deck.
Yeah, he's
this
testing
isn't
his
part of
deck
the
out.
tournament. They're
Yeah,
just doing an
this-
exhibition match for us.
yeah, this is just this is one we've got a little bit on.
Yep. New rules for split cards. I think they finally made the cards make sense.
I agree. This is I've
it
always
just should have happened before the
Yeah.
expertise came in.
Yeah, I agree. Mostly because it just didn't click with me how that should have worked before anyway.
Yeah.
Because I never really thought that. Well, that's how it should have worked. And I'm just a little sad that it took them this long.
The rules make sense now. The only unfortunate thing about the rules change is that people liked the effect. Like, it's that people got to play with it ever. That's what's
Yeah.
wrong. No one should have ever been able to do it. But the fact that we got teased with it for 2 years with Brain in a Jar makes it a little bit
Yeah,
harder.
it's a little.
Or a year.
Yeah, it's a little annoying.
Silent Echo, it's so good to see you. And hello to Alexis Bros. Okay.
So we're gonna see that Hierarch tap for mana. I think Zach waited till combat or somewhere. Ooh, that's a good one.
Geist ain't bad.
Well, drawing Condemn normally would be a great card. Not so much against Expert Threat. I
looked away.
think the Hierarch got bolted in the main phase before
Odd.
before the attack step, and Sean decided, well, haven't actually entered my attack step yet.
Odd.
Yeah,
Interesting timing on Zach's part,
Mhm.
but
got Day of Judgment gonna take down that Geist though.
yeah, it ends up being all the same. Taking out a Geist, that card's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Sean does have a follow-up to the Day of Judgment in Mirren Crusader.
Absolutely. Thoughts on you mean the new card, the Bone Scrapper or whatever?
I'm really, really sad it's not Bonesaw.
I am completely uninterested in it.
That's my only comment on it.
I think that Delver is good because it's a turn one play.
Ooh, a Johnny Vengeant.
God, that card's so sweet.
And we're going to take down that Mirren Crusader. Going to gain some life.
Okay. So, Johnny looks great.
Ooh.
Might end up just start plussing it. It actually can constrain this mana base a little bit.
Yeah, a
Sean
little bit.
does use his mana a good amount of the time.
Though I think Sean just drew another Geist.
Mm-hmm. Geist ain't bad.
Geist is going to be very good against Zach's, well, and basically his entire deck outside of those rats.
Why is he playing Day of Judgment and not Wrath? I couldn't tell you. It's possibly card availability. It's possible that he's running a mix of it.
Yeah, I think he. If I had to say something, I think he's playing a mix, and it looks like
Interestingly
we're gonna see,
enough, this is exactly why.
Yeah.
Guess it didn't matter because it wasn't on the field at the time.
Yeah.
But this is exactly why you would want Wrath of God.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, even so, if he found one right here, he could still do it because Sean doesn't have the mana to regenerate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, and I'm not even sure if I know the reasoning for a mix.
I don't know, to get around like meddling mage effects like Nevermore. We've seen Nevermore show up at the store recently in the hands of Ian. So I mean, anything is possible.
Yeah, but Day of Judgment is trash against that deck anyway. I'm not sure if I want to diversify to be able to cast a board wipe against a deck with no creatures.
I'm just saying, it's something.
Oh goodness, it's card exclamation point card.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
Yep. So throwing the last troll, rocking around the.
And we're just gonna see a bolt to the face, and suddenly Sean's at 9.
It doesn't look like a good spot to be if I'm.
But you see, Sean is gonna pray to some. He may have been Day of Judgment, but he's gonna. I think his prayers are gonna be answered.
Was that more of a Wrath of God joke, and then you realized that he cast Day of Judgment?
I did. That's accurate.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take down the Ajani, and Sean, you may have noticed, but he's actually running. This is basically Troll Worship. Actually, I'm just gonna call it Bant Troll Worship, because that's probably a lot more accurate with main board worship in the deck. But worship is so difficult for this deck. Like, this deck alone can actually beat it a lot better than a lot of others.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be pretty difficult.
I think Zach does have a Dark Dwellers here.
Sweep the
And
field, and it's 4-4 versus 4-4, but Sean's at 8.
I don't
and
think
Zach's
you
at
can
22.
actually cast
Nah.
Day of Judgment off of this. 'Cause it's
No.
3 or less.
Correct. But I don't think the rules change has gone through yet.
Not yet. Not
So
yet.
he could have done Boom Bust, swept the field, and said, I've got a 4-4 that beats yours. But then again, he then has no way to beat
I was
the
gonna
Throne.
say he also has no way to beat the Worship in that scenario.
Well, if you can't beat the third, yeah.
So
So I think he is just going to try
it
and,
might be easier to beat the Worship than the Throne.
not in a red-white deck. He does run Nahiri.
So that'd be a lot easier to deal with the Worship instead of the Throne.
Depends. Sean's been tapping out a lot. He's got a Thalia in hand and a Rock Swarmonk, so he could cast all of these too.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you weaker to the board wipes, however, but you do need to get something online, and that Rock Swarmonk is going to be a pretty big thing because it allows you to double block.
That is, I believe,
And it gives you a first striker.
that's a Thalia and I believe a Geist. That's
Oh,
a
that
Geist.
is a Geist. I thought it was a Rock Swarmonk. My bad.
No.
So the lack of... I don't think this is
is.
going to go well.
We've got another Condemn.
It's not awful, but it's not good.
Yeah, you can condemn the Angel. Maybe
That sounds so bad, though.
It's pretty bad.
So we're going to Boom Bust to
Gonna
take
go
out...
after the island.
It's
And
oh, because he's running Blood Moon, I imagine. So it does give him the chance to draw into a Blood Moon well. But otherwise... And he's not attacking, so I think he's trying to hold back the Geist of St. Draft.
it's possible.
Well, he's at 18, so he can afford the hit for 4. Making it to where Sean can't attack with the Geist of St. Draft and is instead done with 4 damage per turn gives Zach a lot of room to work with. When
True,
Sean's
but I
already
think.
dead. Like, attacking doesn't kill Sean.
Well, I mean, I would definitely put him to 1 so you can activate the fetch land, or I guess you can do that first.
Yeah, he just do it before.
But I mean, putting him to 1 is still not nothing.
I think I'd rather not take 10.
I think I actually probably would.
You'd rather fall down to 8?
I
and
actually
then,
probably
and only have
would.
1 draw step as
I
opposed
would.
to having.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't only have 1 draw step because you can condemn the angel. I guess then he's back at 5. So yeah, that's not really a thing. I mean, it doesn't matter here because you have the angelic destiny.
Neat. Or
So he's
you can
gonna
just
take
hit him
10 anyway.
and gain some life.
You do not gain life.
Oh, that one doesn't give life.
Nope.
It's just flying first strike and an angel.
And yep. And then when it dies, it comes back.
Oh, that's what it is. It's got the Rancor claws.
Oh well, we did find
and
Day
he
of
was
Judgment.
tapped out.
Yeah. So the angelic destiny is gonna return to Sean's hand.
But
Yeah, but he got him.
he's got the Rock Swarmonk, which is gonna have an angelic destiny. But that's
It's not Rock Swarmonk.
oh, you're right. It was you're right.
You
you're right.
you
I'm
have
so
Warmonk
fast.
on the
I've got
brain.
Warmonk on the mind.
Yeah, like-
Josh is around in my heart right now. The point being that this is sweet, so it's gonna be the Thalia that feels like it's got an angelic destiny, which
And
actually
the
is
Noble Hierarch,
pretty
too.
much a flavor win.
Yeah, a Hierarchan as well.
If anything's gonna have an angelic destiny on Innistrad, it's Thalia.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I don't think it's that close.
And it looks like Sean's gonna
Instead, make a 3/3 flying noble. Yes, it's actually a 4/4 when it attacks.
5/5 gets +4/+4.
Uh,
So it'd be a 5/5, not a 4/4, because you get the exalted trigger.
oh, is it +3/+3?
It's +4. So it'd be a 5. It would be a 5/6 when it attacks.
Is angelic destiny +4/+4?
Yeah, it is.
Dang, that's straight good.
Yeah, it's a lot better than you think it is.
So he's going to attempt to cast a condemn on a non-attacking creature.
Yeah, it's possible that Zach hasn't played Condemn a whole lot.
It's also possible that Zach is going for the intimidation move.
Intimidation move is very good, and now suddenly he's at 1. So hey, look at that.
The best part, no lifelink. So Sean needs to keep back 2 creatures to beat the menace.
Well, I mean, he still has the worship.
True, but Zach has been working with a lot of things we know about the condemn, so he can't attack with the noble.
True. He might just say, "I'd like to gain 5 life." How about Cryptic Command?
Or did not see that coming. A cryptic command.
Yeah, counter bounce.
You had to know.
Interesting.
I think I'm just going to Day of Judgment, aren't I?
You can't Day of Judgment.
Oh, because it's 3 or
3
under.
or under. 3 or under. He stops back here for a month, keeps forgetting what cards do.
I know.
And we found a bolt, but the bolt's not going to do anything because of the worship.
I gotta get my head in the game.
Huh.
I mean, he's still got a condemn in hand, and Sean doesn't know that.
That's true.
So, well, that doesn't make the bolt a kill, but it means that he can get past the worship.
Yeah.
Nah, I've got my head out of the game. Let's get the head back in the game.
You have not quite been gone too long in the Midnight Sea. So, I mean, what's becoming of me? I don't know.
So, moving on from that pun.
Yeah, you can go for the Bolt Dweller's Bolt line. I think the Condemn is, I guess, a little bit better.
It depends. But I think that's... I don't disagree with you at all. The big issue here is that...
I was going to say,
one of them gets way worse if he draws a card. That was a Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
Which isn't the most impactful, because he likely won't fire it off on a one-drop, and then the Goblin Dark Trolls actually would allow him to get through that.
Yeah. Now we've got a great target for the Bolt.
And the Condemn.
Yeah, and let's see, Zach's going to go... Or we're going to see a Bolt on there first, I guess.
Oh, I think that was the other Thalia.
Yeah, that was the other Thalia. And we're going to see a Condemn there.
And he can play around the Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
Zach may have just turned this game around with that attack.
Yeah, suddenly there's no creatures in play for that worship.
Just a Spell Pierce and an Angelic Destiny.
Yeah, he is going to gain 6.
A worship that has no
gain
creatures
5,
to give it that devotion. Which I know, some Theros joke, Coleman.
I was going to say, you really devoted to this joke.
Mm-hmm. And the Lightning Helix. Able to close the game?
Actually, he does gain life off that Condemn.
We should probably note that.
You know he gains life off Condemn, right?
I had a secondary bolt.
I know, but I'm just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Equal to power.
Toughness.
Toughness? Oh, I gain some life?
You gain 5 life.
Okay.
His
You were still
Lightning
dead,
Helix!
bud.
Apparently he had the backup
he had
bolt.
the Helix and the Bolt. So
Also,
it
it's
would've
an
been to 6.
exhibition game.
Yeah.
For I'm gonna say it's Phoenix or Phoenix Elite. We're gonna put everyone on camera.
Yeah.
That's just what we're gonna do. It's a local game store. We're having fun. The players are here to have fun, and they're doing an exhibition match with a deck that Zach is new to. Like, it is fun to have the top players, and we try and put the top players on in the finals and all that stuff. But I think that it's genuinely more fun to include everyone, to be able to see what all the things are, and recognizing what we are, which is a local game store. We're not at the Pro Tour,
exactly.
we're not at a GP, and we can't expect perfect play from everyone.
Yeah, if people want to play, who are we to tell them that? Who are we to tell people who want to play that they can't play?
They're having fun. They're playing Magic. This is what it's all about.
Yeah. There's no fun in this dojo.
Like, I do understand that it can be that, but I think that there's another aspect in recognizing that this is what Magic actually is, which is people playing at a local game store. This is what 90% of Magic actually is.
Yeah, it's I like actually this. I like when newer players start playing a lot, because then you actually see them discover things.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's my favorite part about it.
There's that, and from a new player perspective, can you imagine I cannot tell you how impactful it would be if I had the opportunity learning the game to go back that night, watch myself play, and learn what I could have done differently.
Oh yeah, like yesterday when someone was watching Legacy for the first time and they saw the storm mechanic, and they just went, "Whoa!"
Oh yeah,
Like, what is this noise?
absolutely, absolutely. So I do appreciate the feedback, and I always do enjoy feedback. But in that particular one, that's not the direction that we're going for at the moment. And certainly we can do other things in the future, and we can look at other events with a little bit of a different lens, and we're actually investigating moving into some other higher level events occasionally here. But for these ones, it's a local thing, and we're trying to have fun. Okay.
So I'm going to see that Arid Mesa going to go for a basic Plains.
Speaking of no fun, thoughts on Lantern right now. I think that in the hands of like a really competent pilot, Lantern is probably one of the better decks to be playing right now.
I was going to say, We have played on camera before.
I think twice ever.
Yeah, twice. I think we're 1-1. That sound right? I might have lost both games. I can't remember.
Yep. Okay.
So Sean gonna untap with a bird. That feels great when you can untap with a 1-mana dork.
Okay.
You're gonna see a pass, a scry off a temple, and what are we gonna do with it? We're gonna leave it on top. So that's probably another land, so we can play that Blood Moon.
Biggins, I would ask that anytime that you say it, please be respectful. Players do this because they're kind to us and they're willing to be on camera. We do this because it's fun and because you are all incredible.
Yeah.
If the rhetoric turns into something that is toxic and significantly less fun, then it will be less fun for us.
Yeah.
And this stream has lasted the last 1.5 years because we enjoy working with all of you so much. Blood Moon! Oh, that card's good.
I was gonna say.
Blood Moon, 2 Molten Rings as well.
Yeah, I think this is just because the next round is up and they're finishing up right now.
Yep, round 1 is at an end, but that hand was loaded.
That
with
hand
it.
was
With
very,
Reggie.
very good. Hoo-hoo.
Oh, man.
But I will step out and see what you guys can get.
All right, thank you very much.
No
Thanks
problem.
for stopping by. Hello, and thank you for joining, everybody. It's a pleasure having you all here. Coleman doesn't exist on Twitter. He's actually in the tournament. He was just stopping by. Thank you, Kinetic Stasis. I will pass that along to the players, actually. I actually will. I would love to do that. So, thank you all for being here. It's awesome having you all here. Thank you for joining us here at Geek Fortress and being a part of this stream. It's incredible having you all here and getting the opportunity to do this with all of you. I am back after being gone for a week. I've been working on Project X, and I'm just excited to be back. To Furias, hey, thank you. Thank you. And don't get me wrong. I guess let me toss this in. I fully understand where you are all coming from with that feedback. For the couple of people that were tossing that in. I 100% completely understand where you are coming from. The situation is that we have to recognize what we are. And what we are is that we are a local game store that tries to do a stream and have a ton of fun doing it. And I love doing this stream. I love doing it. I love it. This is all that I want to do. But recognizing what we actually are is a local game store. We can't pretend to be a pro tour because that's just false. It would be us lying to you to try and pretend like we are something that we're not. So that's where we're coming from.
Okay, so I have round 2.
Tell me more about it.
It's actually going to be me facing the wall.
I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone else has either been on or doesn't want to go on.
That's okay.
And you have Andrew on the other side.
Nice.
Yep. I would like you to... What do you think I'm going to play?
Blue Eye Control.
No.
Taking turns.
No.
Abzon Company.
No.
Ghostway.
No. It's the deck I was playing earlier.
I don't know what you were playing earlier.
Yeah, you do. You saw me playing Austin.
Oh! Awesome. Then I'm happy to have you on camera.
Alright, and then Andrew is on actually Black-Green Tron.
Good luck.
Tron, not Troll.
Oh, whoops.
You just have trolls on the mind.
I've got trolls on the mind.
Ugh. Yeah, I know I'm gonna lose.
He might. He might. Okay. Biggins, I agree. Pointing out plays that could have been better, 100% welcome here. Sorry, I should specify this. Constructive criticism is welcome. Destructive criticism is not. So anytime I absolutely welcome people who jump in and say, this is what they could have done, and this is why. Saying not saying that a play was bad, but saying what play could have been better. I think that is the difference. So I don't want to say that people shouldn't be doing that. So I apologize if that was the interpretation of what I said. It's more it's entirely in how it's presented. Melvin, that would be pretty amazing. Last time that there was an anonymous pizza delivery, all the players did enjoy it a lot. But yeah, we'll see. Kitsan, thank you so much for the follow. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for joining. So, we do have Black-Green Tron in the hands of Andrew, going up against Coleman, playing against Red-Green Shamans. Red-Green Shamans, a deck that is, in my opinion, slightly underplayed. Now, not completely underplayed. Like, the deck isn't, a top contender, but it is a fantastically cool deck, using that Shaman synergy, using the card Rage Forger to just steal wins. With Collected Company as a somewhat new addition, has a lot of potential in that deck, and I look forward to seeing how it's able to go here. A fast start might be incredible, but it might just be slightly too fair against a deck like Tron. Let's find out for ourselves. I will see you there. Okay. Biggins, that's more than welcome. Bloodgasts, thanks for the follow. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for joining. Let's take a look at Rage Forger at the beginning, because this is going to be the card that a lot of us use. Capital! Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you so very much. Jimbo Slice, thank you so much for the subscription. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you. That brings us up to 142. It looks like we've dropped off somewhat, but thank you so much for joining here. Thank you for hitting that sub. Thank you for supporting what we do. We just today got in some of the equipment that was able to be purchased with those subscriptions. Doc Xenon Bloom, thank you so much for that subscription. Same thing applies to you. Your subscriptions help us build this stream. We just got in a new microphone arm, the microphone shock absorber, and of course we did get a new pop filter. I'm excited about it. I think it looks great.
Pop filter.
And we're going to be buying a new desk. For
Yeah. Buying/building.
Joe Halo, thank you so much.
50-25.
So Chromatic Sphere coming down for Andrew off the bat, and Coleman with
Most recent edition.
a Lambholt Pacifist. A lot of people didn't realize that it was in fact a shaman.
Is this what he's doing? Red green shamans. Never mind.
Oh yeah, the deck is sweet.
Red green shamans.
It's a classic.
4 or greater.
Begins in a lot of ways. I completely agree with you. What's the best green X Tron deck these days? I would probably say green white, but
Ooh.
there's a
What's the
certain
white for?
in green white one, Path to Exile, and then
To flare your arms.
SBB 810, man, thank you so much for hitting that sub. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you for supporting this stream. Thank you for helping us do what we do. I appreciate it. That's great. You are amazing. That
Everyone
is
else appreciates it too.
absolutely.
Keeps
That's a
it going.
brand new sub. Can we get some emote hype? Let's get some Fort Kiddos in the chat.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but it sounds sweet. What else did you? You know what's funny with this red green shaman deck? You're probably gonna have to load up a lot of cards.
I know. The Wolf Skull Shaman is actually the card that came down.
Yeah.
Another super sweet card.
Everyone knows Tron cards, but like all of these other ones are just like what?
Mhm.
What?
At the beginning of your upkeep, you look at the top card of your library. If it shares a creature type with the Wolf Skull Shaman, which is Elf Shaman, you can reveal it, and if you do, put in a 2/2 green wolf.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid card.
It's not a bad bear.
Yeah, not a bad
For
one
a
at all.
2/2, it's great.
Coleman at 19 off the fetch there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got on turn 3 a lot of bears.
This is what we waste our new emote on. We've still got an empty slot.
Yeah.
Waste is a little bit of a liberal term there.
Choose to use. That's what I like to use. For
yeah.
my terms.
The green-black gets Collective Brutality. It also gets Fatal Push in some instances.
Oh.
And then it gets a little bit of like Graveyard Hate out of the sideboard.
Yeah.
The white one gets some powerful pieces like Time the Reinforcements, Path to Exile.
Oh, okay. So the usual suspects.
And then I guess Blessed Alliance in some numbers as well.
The usual suspects. I can't see what that. Oh, Sanctum of Ugin?
Yep. It's a Sanctum.
So we got the army over here. We got Andrew at 18 and Coleman at 19.
We're also going to transform this Lambholt Pacifist into a 4/4 because no creatures were attacked. That no spells were cast that turn.
Yep, he just passed. And now what does the flip side of Lambholt do?
It is a 4/4 that I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a back route to find out what that card turns into.
I don't know.
I forget the name of what it turns into.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of, like what it does on the other side. I know it's a big body though. Yeah, that guy right there.
Then
Naturally. Alright. We'll just assume it's really good.
doesn't even tell me.
That's funny. It doesn't have a flip option in there.
No.
Well, he's swinging for 6, so it's a 4/4 something good.
Yeah.
Fauna Shaman. Another interesting choice.
Okay. What do you think of the red bear with an upside? It's reasonable. I think it's got a really high ceiling and a really low floor. Rage Forger. Coming in.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we've got. That card is the reason to be playing this deck. It's the Lambholt Butcher. It's a 4/4. That's it. It just becomes a 4/4.
Solid. Man, we were playing some crazy good cards here.
Yep, so now that the Rage Forger is in hand, this is going to be a massive amount of damage. Look at what this card does. Puts a +1/+1 counter on each shaman you control. And it's got a little bit of an extra ability on there. Slapped on, tapped on. Whenever you put a shaman or a counter on each shaman you control, and whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, it becomes a Hell Rider.
Yep.
It deals
I was
with
just gonna say that it becomes a Hell Rider. Built-in Hell Riders are pretty good, so I think he's at 10 now. Andrew is, and I think he's just swinging for lethal at this point. He's got the elf. He's got to force the
1, 2, 3, 5 damage there, plus 3 damage there, and that is enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure the math means see you later.
Yep.
And
Happy.
Black Green Tron.
I just realized Easter's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Happy Easter.
You know what I found out?
The Easter's tomorrow.
No. Do you know what is
Don't
exactly?
think exactly what you
That's true. Do you know what is exactly 1 week from today?
It's the pre-release.
And
I don't know. I'm focused on the pre-release. Your birthday.
yes.
Yeah, I figured. Your birthday's on the pre-release?
Yeah.
Oh, are you gonna be birthday pre-releasing?
I guess there may not be a stream if we're doing pre-release.
Yeah, next week. Yeah. Oh no, what are you gonna do? What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Easter today.
I never
for us
plan out what I'm
Australians.
doing on my birthday.
Are you in Australia? Nice, man. I like Australia. That's a place I'd really like to go.
It's awesome.
Australia seems like a
Yours
really
is
cool
next
place.
Friday? That's exciting.
Easter is tomorrow.
Full Lunar Mage is a shaman? Yes, it is.
That's true.
Yes, it is. Coleman remembered that right before, like today. He was sitting there, he goes, you know what I just remembered as a shaman? Fulminator Mage. It's like,
It's one of those weird
Was it not-
subtypes that you like randomly come across. And,
was it not in the deck before? Oh yeah, shaman's a great one.
like Olivia, the new Olivia. She's a knight.
I
Totally random.
totally didn't notice
Yeah,
that.
no,
actually.
I mean like.
Does she have
just-
first strike? She has first strike though.
Does she?
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, she's got
Yeah.
flying.
Mobilized for war?
Yeah.
Yeah,
not-
she's got first strike because she puts the counter on all the other creatures before they deal damage.
No, that's Drana.
Oh, I am thinking of Drana.
Yeah,
you're right.
Drana. Yeah.
You're right.
No, it's just these some cards you just kind of like randomly come across. You're like, oh yeah, that's right. That's like
That's a knight.
yeah, or like that's an elf on top of the fact that it's already a good card.
Oh yeah, like Coiling Oracle, the
Yeah.
wizard, or the
Wizard, elf,
snake.
snake. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. Or the fact that Deathrite Shaman is in fact a shaman.
I was gonna put my clothes back on this at the end.
Yeah, that not anymore.
Not anymore. I've brutalized this hanger.
So we got some sideboards, we got some fidgeting with some coat hangers, and we got a game 2 here.
Yep, Red Green Shaman's just sweeping game 1 using that Rage Forger. Such a powerful tool. Using
Snake Elf Druid.
it's a druid. That's right.
Man, we messed that up real bad.
Well, we
got
knew
a
Snake and
mulligan.
Elf. We just didn't. We thought it was a wizard, not a.
Oh,
druid.
that's right. No, I said wizard. That was my bad.
I think I did. We were both wrong.
Oh, we got a double mulligan here.
I'll
All
follow that
right.
sword. Mullen to 6 favors Andrew.
I was
believe.
gonna say big time Tron. Yeah.
Tron works really well. They've got Ancient Stirrings, they've got the Stars and the Spheres. They've got a pretty solid mana base.
He's got collective brutality to kill any sort of like enabler of the shaman. Like if he would able to been like actually kill something.
Yeah. And they've just got a much better top deck potential.
Yeah.
I mean-
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When all is said and done, if one of you are running out of cards, I'd rather draw a Wormcoil Engine than a Burning Emissary.
Oh, I can't see what he's got there. I think he's got 3 lands and 3 dudes. One of them, you got a Sylvan Scry, Karn, 1 Tron land.
Ooh, and actually, this
And
is a great
That's
hand.
a good, yeah, I think he snap kept
He's
that one.
got the green mana to
And I
cast these Sylvan Scryggs. It's not.
think-
It's a slow hand. But with
Yeah.
Coleman mulliganing to 5, you may have time for it.
Did Coleman mulligan again?
Yes.
Oh no, that's not good.
And with Coleman mulliganing again, I'm feeling
Oh, he's got
decently
land.
confident.
I think he's probably gonna keep that.
I've got spells to cast, and I've got time because Coleman, almost by definition, just can't apply a ton of pressure with 5
Right.
cards in comparison to the 7.
Yeah.
Your curve is limited. You can only go land, creature, creature. I mean, then you're out of cards.
Yeah, the Sylvan Scrying, Karn. I can't see what the third card is.
Let's see. I see 2 lands, Sylvan Scrying.
He's got Karn. I think it might be another Sylvan
That's
Scrying.
another Sylvan Scrying.
Oh man, so yeah, so he's got.
It's slow, but it'll get there.
But it'll be.
Watch him go for another Harbinger.
Who's that?
Oh no, that's never mind. That's the
I'm trying
wrong
to
card.
remember all these shamans are just.
I think this one's Flamekin Harbinger. Is that right?
Yep, that is right.
Is Wizard Travel a thing? Okay, in EDH it is. So when it enters, you may search your library for an elemental card, reveal it, shuffle your library, and put that card on top of it. Not sure what he ended up going for, actually, but I would not be surprised if it was another Flamekin Harbinger.
Yeah,
It does search for
and basically
elementals.
just like go and yeah.
So
just chain out a couple of those.
the big reason to also be running is that it eventually does go for a Rage Forger, which is an elemental.
Yeah. Wizard Tribal, I believe they call that Delver.
That's
And
true.
He's got the mine in hand, so we're gonna definitely see a turn 4 Karn.
I love how he's got 2 Sylvan Scryings in hand and just doesn't need them. He just drew it naturally.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever. No biggie.
yeah.
Wow, this hand's great. It has 1 Tron land and 2 Sylvan Scryings. Tron land? Tron land.
No, he cast one of them. He really threw that mine out there aggressively. This mine
Oh,
is
man.
mine.
Ever play the Shaman Staff combo? I have played it. It wasn't with Kiki and Mog Fanatic, but I have done it. There's,
what's that?
there's a staff that gives your wizards an ability.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great art. It reminds me of Oath of the Druids.
I always think, whenever I think of Wizards, it's always just EDH.
Oh, every time.
Yeah.
Because Wizards is really good in EDH.
Yeah.
Okay. Shouldn't be.
We'll find out shortly. Most shaman cards are shamans on purpose. Right, yeah. There was like the small era when like they did the shaman tribal stuff during the Shadowmoor block, but really for the most part, a lot of cards just happen to be shaman, and that like it's like shaman is like the sub type.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's an elf, also a shaman, and it's a vampire, also a shaman.
Shamans are good.
Karn.
That's the lesson of the day.
Yep. Well, there's so many of them. You just don't know about them.
Oh, that's 100%. That is 100% true.
What is this, Hearthstone? Trust me, I thought of the same thing. I was like, Elemental Shaman, like, it's such a good deck right now in Hearthstone, which, by the way, I've been playing all day. But yeah.
I've never played
super
Hearthstone.
fun. Elemental Shaman right now. Elementals, they just put out a subtype for it, and it's actually very strong.
Interesting.
So we got Coleman attacking
Yep.
for 4 and just avoiding card altogether.
Now,
The
right
race
now,
card.
we have actually a decent opportunity to notice what is a little bit wrong with this deck, the Shaman's deck, which is that without the Rage Forger right now, his damage potential is so much lower.
Yeah. Yeah. And the O-Stone.
That ain't bad.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just a bunch of just like 1 and 2 powered creatures, and you really need that the converted Hellrider to make it powerful.
Mm-hmm.
He's exiled on that. I think Andrew's playing very like
Conservatively?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a Karn. Your opponent's playing Shamans.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of reason to plus it up because he can't kill the card right now, so we're using it as a removal spell is pretty solid right now.
Yeah, just kind of plus and minus and plus and minus.
Has the Rage Forger, puts the counters on, and suddenly the hit looks reasonable. This is a hit for 3.
1, 2,
I think this is
3,
6.
4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Maybe 7. So we might be
1.
falling to 4 suddenly. And that is unfortunate.
Yep. 7.
Luckily, we have an
man,
O-Stone.
Tron is just Tron has drawn everything they needed to when it comes to the lands.
All day, every day.
They've drawn all the lands they need. And
I expect a Crucible here. That way, one top deck becomes another. Or not. Oh, actually, he's just going for more Tron. I guess he actually doesn't have the tower yet, does he?
he has the
No, he lost the tower. Oh no, is that in the graveyard?
Oh no, yeah, it is. So he has the tower.
Because the
now.
Midnade? No. Either way. So now he does have that one. He can just
tower.
pop the
He's
O-Stone.
a O-Stone, yeah.
Oh, and he's actually got the Sanctum in hand.
Oh, right, yeah. I knew he had the Sanctum in hand, so he's got a plus, because Karn, because it doesn't matter.
Because he's going to be blowing O-Stone.
Yeah.
It is a little bit unfortunate that he wasn't able to put a counter on this Karn previously. So actually, I might have hit one of his pieces of his mana base. Unless he previously put a fake counter on it.
Yeah.
No, okay, so I may have hit a piece of the mana base there.
Yeah.
Just because, I don't know, it feels somewhat reasonable.
I was just hoping for top deck modes. And he's got a Sanctum of Mugen in hand, so he can...
Anything that he
into-
draws becomes 2 really live
for
draws.
another Tron. For a hand that like had 2 Stolen Scryings, he's drawn a lot of Tron.
Oh, man. Gross not matching arts. That has been officially approved by Anson Maddox himself, actually.
What's that?
Not matching your Tron lands.
Oh, yeah.
Anson drew them, and I asked him here on stream once when I got to interview him,
Right.
what's your verdict on matching Tron lands as opposed to? And he said, well, the more you play, the more of my art's on the battlefield, so I guess non-matching.
Speaking of art on the battlefield,
Magus of the Moon.
Magnus of the Moon just hit the field. That hurts. In case anyone's curious, Anson Maddox, the man who drew a lot of the Tron lands. Tied
And
for
just
2.
an awesome person all around.
What's very funny right now is Andrew's just gonna pick up his cards because Coleman drew a lightning bolt. That's brutal.
That is
He drew
pretty bad.
so many lands.
So Coleman wins in 2, using the Magus of the Moon, still doesn't draw anything, and then
Yeah.
Coleman gets him with a lightning bolt.
And a lightning bolt.
Which is interesting because Magus, like these moon effects, not normally super effective against Tron. They kind of have this weird double-edged sword because they're very good at slowing down Tron, but they do not lock them out.
Right, he
near
still
those
actually
ways
could
you
have
expect.
cast Wormcoil. He had 6,
Could have
7
cast
mana.
Wormcoil.
Like he
And
just
O-Stone
actually just had
is
it.
still able to come down and activate.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of things that can happen, but when you're able to back it up with removal, then the effect looks great.
That was a joke. Grueling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
It's
clever.
pretty funny.
Very clever.
MTG pack fails. Pack foils gets a win.
Pack fails.
Pack fails. Sorry, that's when I open them.
MTG pack fails.
That would be my channel.
Man, that's a great channel. just the guy cracking like packs like Dragon's Maze all day.
That should be your alternate alternate channel.
Here we go. We're gonna crack open some Dragon's Maze today and follow it up with some Chronicles. Good stuff. That's funny.
Oh, good. MTG pack fails is my life. Mine too. I rarely open anything good, but I also don't open a ton of packs.
Yeah. I opened up a Damnation last night, so that was pretty good when I did the draft.
Nice. Normally, when I need cards, I go to GeekFortressGames.com to see if it's in stock, and I order it from the store himself.
What a segue.
Well, I mean, it's actually
That
pretty
was
important.
professional.
Thank you very much. Thank you. But honestly, if you do need some of those cards and you think to yourself, I'm tired of opening up these bad packs, I just need the card, check out GeekFortressGames.com, see the inventory. We're going to head back up to the booth, but Dylan's a great guy. He'll package your care with love and send it right your way. Hello and thank you for joining. Dylan's going to see if he can find us a match. I'm excited about it. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. We've got 4 rounds coming at you today. It's a beautiful day, and also there's a convention in town, which means we're a little bit lighter in the player count, and I need a haircut. But thank you for joining. It's a pleasure having you here, and I'm excited to see what we can do. Way back when, Cold Snap boxes cost pennies. Actually, I've opened a box of Cold Snap probably about a year ago. Last week, you bought a pack of Modern Masters, pulled Snappy, and the foil was Scalding Tarn. Wow, Psycho score. That's a really good booster. That's incredible. That is a really good one. Oh, while I do also have your attention in the meantime, you got some awesome sleeves and a selection of singles from GeekFortressGames.com. What a win, AJ! It's so good seeing you in chat. Sorry that you weren't here playing. That was unexpected. Yeah, I'm actually amazed that you won that one, Coleman. But nicely done. So we're gonna try and get another match up on camera. Now I will say, if you are enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that follow button and join us for our 3 streams each week. You can also find me at Red Baron NTG on Twitch streaming. I've been away for the last week, but I will be getting back to it. But if you do want to help this stream do what it does, we're gonna be looking at getting a new desk. We're looking at getting a new computer. We just got a new mic set up, so hopefully our audio sounds a little bit better today. But Thank you so much for those of you who have subbed, and if those of you are on the fence of it or just considering it, please do consider subscribing to this channel. It means the world to us. It helps us do what we do, and I love doing what it is that we do. So any of your support is always appreciated. Do I think Wizards will ever do another Unified Modern ever again? Absolutely. I actually really did enjoy Unified Modern. It is a weird format, but I think team formats are fantastic, and I would love to see them more. In fact, I think that there's almost a reasonable argument that has two sides to it, and I'm not sold one or the other, but I think there's a really reasonable idea to making one of the Pro Tour formats actually a team format. I think that it's incredible. I think that it's just fantastic. Team events are great. They let you work with other people. They let you decide. They let you root for a team. I think that it actually does a lot to bring Magic, like just the playstyle of a given event, a lot closer to like Call of Duty or Hearth or League of Legends kind of things, where you have these team mentalities and you can have specialists and all that stuff for different formats. I think it's great. I'd like to see Modern Unified. I'd like to see other ones. I'd like to see the standard Modern Legacy in the future. I think it's great. Does the store have any copters? I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but certainly you can find out at the store's website. It is a small store, but that inventory is always growing and always maximizing. Plus, you can set it up to wait for it to let you know when it comes in stock, and I believe it sends a notification for Dylan to actually keep his eyes open for it. Okay, you sub for Coleman? Me too. Me too. Okay, I should tweet the mic setup. I will. 13th Fox is up. Not too much. How about you? Ooh, and we just hit 200 viewers for tonight's stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for being a part of it. Stick around. We've got more Magic coming your way. We're going to find a backup match here. What if the Unified event was standard, modern, and 1v1 EDH? Well, I would do modern. 1v1 EDH is bleh and super busted, but as long as everyone's on the same page, then I don't care. I mean, I'm not going to be playing the 1v1 EDH because that format's busted, but it's certainly cool. As long as I get to play some modern and my EDH player is on the more busted deck. You're in the mood to play some controls. They're a good Snapcaster deck right now. Yeah, Grixis Grixis Shadow is a good Snapcaster deck, but otherwise Blue-White Control is actually very good right now, or it's at least quite good right now. Moving gradually and getting married to... Ooh! You're moving, graduating, and getting married? That's amazing, 13th Fox! Congratulations! That's awesome! How cool! How very cool. Congratulations on all those things.
Hi, can I come in?
Sure. Hi, Logan.
Hello.
You saw me and the professor there. Ooh, are you at the Team G? Yes.
Professor?
It was very cool. I got to talk to
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Being at that GP was a lot of fun. I got to talk to I got to meet some of the Star City pros. I got to meet some of the other commentators. I got to meet Cedric Phillips. I got to meet BDM and Marshall,
list.
people who I've met a little bit in the past, but I got to talk to them a little bit about
That's a
what
cool
we do
list.
here. It was pretty fun.
Ooh. I'm like right up against it.
You're right up. You're right up on
Right
it.
up there.
Do we have another match? Or are you
No,
just kinda-
everyone's on game 3. There's
Really?
3 matches on game 3.
Goodness gracious,
So-
we're just firing through the day.
Yeah, when they're done, we can put someone on.
How do you feel about our new mic setup?
It looks space age.
It's pretty cool, right?
How do we sound? That's the real question.
That's you know what, everybody, take a moment. Let us know how we sound. What GP? It was GP San Antonio. It was the Team Unified Modern one that I was at. The next one they're going to is GP Vegas. So,
Is this fun or not? Fun or fail?
fail. 1-1 for ones are like super bleh.
What is it?
It's-
Mons?
It's a 1-1 for one Mons Goblin.
Who's
Raiders.
Mon?
Well, there is one cool thing about this card.
Is he a Cardamon?
It's the fact that the card is Mons's. So you actually,
Monses.
we sound wonderful. Do we sound better, by the way? Because I
Sweet.
feel like we should sound better. And when I tested it earlier, I feel like we did sound better.
Yeah.
Because, like, normally, check this out. I can click on the keyboard. And
So much click clack.
I can like touch the table, and that should all be much better than it was previously when those
Sweet.
things were happening. But the best card about this is that it says Monzes. Everything else about this card is delay.
Yeah, 1 more for 1.
Ooh, very nice here, mate.
Fail.
Fail.
Eh,
Like I say, fun for every.
This
red
card is so much fun.
Like I say, fun for every red card. Yeah, I
This
was
card's
watching.
so much fun.
I was watching.
Okay. This card's a ton of fun.
I think this card's fantastic.
This is such a cool card.
This card is fun to the highest
It's
level.
frog forms. Mon's Goblin Traders. Who's Mon?
This creature has Hyper Evolved. This card has Mega Evolved. Is I believe the new errata. It's Mega Evolved.
Did they actually errata that?
No, it's a metamorph joke.
This creature is hyper-evolved, chameleonic abilities. It no longer... You're getting in the way. It no longer mimics its surroundings. Instead, it forces them to take on its elf form.
That is
Simic research notes.
that's
so cool. Turns everything into a frog.
Yeah, this card is just sweet. Frogs always cool.
Frogs are fun.
Right, Viscera Deepwater.
Eh.
How does it make you feel?
It's got fire breathing, and it's a hominid. Hominids are weird, man. Hominids are weird.
I don't disagree with you at all. Notably, actually.
It's a 5-mana 2/3.
I think it's pretty medium. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say fail.
I agree. It's also blue.
It's also blue.
This card's cool. Meng Huo.
This is a completely color
Huo?
shifted card. Actually, I think this one's sweet.
Meng Huo. He's a barbarian. That's a win. Look at his sword.
He's a human barbarian soldier.
That's so cool.
Dang.
Look at his sword. Also, what is that on his like the centerpiece of his breastplate?
I believe
I actually
that's
don't
his
even
chest.
know. Is he Iron Man?
I think that's his
I think he's
chest.
Iron Man. Meng Huo.
I
Iron
love the
Man.
flavor text. The stubborn Minhuo was captured and released by Kungmin 7 times before finally surrendering. Am I going to Vegas? Yes, I'll be there. I will be at GP Vegas. It's the next one I've got scheduled. So that one gets fun. Spend only black and or red mana on X. What X? Oh, wait.
Soulburn deals 1 damage to a single target creature or
Its
player.
mana
for
cost is
each-
changed to X2 and a black. That you have to spend red or black mana on. X turn to target creature or player. You gain life equal to the damage dealt, but not more than the amount of black mana spent on it. The life players fail. I'm done reading
Yeah,
it.
we're still reading it. It's a fail.
Done.
Fun.
Awful. You won some buys
This guy's
last
fun.
weekend? That's so cool. I want to make a
Nice.
trip up to Canada soon. I'm convinced that I'm going to go visit. one of these-
I believe that's his chest. It's a good quote.
Fantastic.
It's a good one.
Doomblade's fun. Full
Doomblade.
arts, fun.
That's the Doomblade.
Yeah.
Lets you cast your spells. I mean, it's not a fun card, but it lets you play fun cards.
Unpopular opinion. Tiger fail. These lands are a design failure.
Yeah.
They're strictly better than basics.
I agree.
And before everybody says that they're not strictly better because Wasteland exists, yeah, they still are.
Yeah, I agree.
Whoa!
Whoa! It's a free spell! Dude.
Why isn't this not running Bushwhacker?
Right.
It's the sideboard of Bushwhacker. Deconstruct. Burning tree. Burning tree. Ah.
Dude, you can kill their... it adds to your storm count.
I'll say fun because
Kill your own Inkmoth Nexus with... Or, not Inkmoth Nexus. The two mana artifact that draws you a card. When it dies, you draw a card.
I'll say fun, actually.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Like, it's pretty cool that they make these cards, which are like free spells. Untapping lands is busted, but making free spells like this is
Yeah, make
it's
a
an
mana.
interesting to where like it's slightly more expensive than that effect could be.
Sorcery equals
But they have an interesting upside of that triple green. If you
Yeah.
build a deck that can
Acre Wellspring.
maybe it's worth it.
Yeah, you can kill your Acre Wellspring. 3 mana draw a card.
So good.
Overload is a fun mechanic.
Oh, this
so
card's actually pretty sweet.
you were watching last Wednesday. Did you hear
I wasn't
my...
watching all of it.
Not all of it. That's why I'm asking if you saw this part.
Sorry.
Did you see, like, the rubric for what I decide on whether it's fun or fail?
The complete mine is that if it isn't directly fun, it's a fail, and yours is that if it isn't directly fail, it's fun.
No, if a new player picks up the card and goes, "What? That's awesome!" then it's so fun.
Yeah, but I disagreed with some of your evaluations.
That's fair.
Like, I think that the Gluttonous Demon, I think that one actually most new players, or is that the one that I was thinking of?
The 3-mana 5/5.
Yeah, I've actually seen new players pick up that card and say, "Why would I ever run this?"
Really?
Yeah,
I've seen.
I think that card is
No,
actually better
wow.
to competitive players than it is to new players.
That's fair.
But that one's actually because I can easily see. It depends
Yeah.
on what they're evaluating.
Yeah.
Early blue players will be like, "But they get to draw cards." Every other new player will be like, "But it's a 5/5." What's my favorite card? Lightning Bolt.
Spotlight to control. I don't get why some play Leyline of Sanctity main and others in the sideboard. And what kind of meta is this card? A clear mainboard card.
It's subjective because the card is fantastic for everything that the deck wants to do. There is one problem with it though, which is that at your heart you're also an ensnaring bridge deck,
Yeah.
and that card makes it very difficult to empty your hand effectively. When you draw one on turn 1, you lose a lot of your capability to empty your hand early for an ensnaring bridge.
Yeah.
So it's a risky thing to where sometimes you will just have the win, but if you end up drawing it by accident, it becomes a liability.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. It depends on what you're expecting for your meta. In the metas that you're expecting a lot of burn,
Yeah.
the card's phenomenal. It's one of the best cards to have against them, especially because of Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah.
But it does have a little bit of an inherent risk in running it.
Isn't Burn one of the Lantern's worst matchups as well?
Oh, straight up.
Like, all your cards say you can't attack, and they go, "Sure, bolt."
Straight up, it's good. Straight up, it's good. So
Yeah.
the card is fantastic for what Lantern is trying to do, and they often run it in the sideboard. The big issue is that it's a little bit of an anti...
It makes it harder for you to do what you want to do. However, it shores up some of your liabilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Risk versus reward.
To get back to this one, I don't find Bluster Squall particularly great, but
It's
I'll
got
give it a...
It's fun to say it. Bluster Squall.
That pushes it to fun for me. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that would be fun.
Also, the sentence I'll cast a Bluster Squall overloaded.
Fickle Efreet. All right, already a fun. What's it do?
Attacks or blocks. You have to flip a coin.
Oh, again, fun.
If
Okay,
you
what's it do?
lose, your opponent gets it.
That's great. It's an awful card. That means you can't lose. Either you have a 5/2 or your opponent has this card, and that's even better for you.
There's
No downside to this entire card.
None at all. In fun factor.
Fun. Fun.
Yeah, fun.
Sun-touched mirror. Fail.
Well.
Snook! Thank you so
Way.
much for your support. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you for being here. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for helping us do what we do. We're starting to put it to use.
Thank you so much.
We just got this new mic set up,
We
which
keep
I can send
looking
a
up
tweet
into that direction. I don't know if that's left or right for you guys. To our right, that's where the mic is, and it looks like it's space age.
Yeah. Also, we are going to be buying a new table soon. Yeah, I'm going to start looking. I'm
This-
either going to
This poor table. We
I mean-
need like a burial thing for this table.
13th box. Thank you so much for that sub. It's amazing having you here. You're amazing and exciting.
What happened to the other 12 foxes?
13th box. Beat 'em up.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I know. It was a united front, if you will.
Is your opinion on the best card? Pelucranos, obviously.
Lightning bolt.
It's Pelucranos.
Lightning bolt.
It's a 4-mana 5/5 that wraths your opponent.
Yawgmoth's is not bad.
Yeah, but it doesn't wrath your opponent.
Lightning bolt. Like, the lightning bolt is just everything for me. Lightning bolt is such a good card. It's versatile. It does everything that you could ever want.
Was it 5/5?
Your opinion on the best card ever printed?
I don't think that's like. I don't think anybody can ever accurately say this card is the best card ever.
Demonic Attorney?
That's the 1-mana get a card.
No, that's the one that draws you up to 7 for anteing.
Oh.
Yeah. That card was quite good. The other cards fail, though. I think Sunburst is an awful mechanic. Assembled Alphas.
What went over my head?
Black Lotus is not the best card.
Nothing went over my head. I would have catch it.
Did he beat them up?
That Kernum! Thank you!
I love it when that Kernum subs.
love
That's
it
my
so much.
favorite Kernum. Thank you so much for the subscribe. It's awesome having you here. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Bringing us
Whoa.
up to 146 subscribers. I think that's 5 today. I do truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Assembled Alphas is bonkers. Have you ever gotten to play with this card in Limited?
I have, actually.
This card is nigh unbeatable.
Having a Searing Blaze attached to a creature ain't bad.
It's I have splashed in my 2-color deck. Like, I've been hardcore, like, black X. Like, I have triple black cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not playing red, and I open this, I'm like, well, I'm playing red now.
The card's insane.
Counter target source.
Fail.
This
Fun.
pretty fun.
Super
really
fun.
fun.
It's part of a sweet cycle. It was
It's
an
a
F&M
2K.
promo.
Look at it. He's strictly come at me, bro, and everyone else is like, whoa, man, chill out.
It looks like he decided to pick up the rap game. Like,
He's upset he's not part of Mons's
If-
gang.
if Sunburst is an awful mechanic, then his Talisman of Dominance better than Pentad Prison. I mean, good cards can have awful mechanics, so
Yeah.
I don't think that that's quite the clear line of logic.
Emrakul is good, and that has Annihilator.
Which actually I enjoy as a mechanic. We got the backside of that card. Contract from below. Thank you. Contract from below is what I was thinking of.
Boring.
I'm gonna say
What's up?
fun in concept, fail in execution.
Yeah.
Putting these in that set was just a mistake of the highest
That was
level.
not a fun format.
Oh god.
I wasn't even there, and I couldn't say it was not
These
a fun
things
format.
tapped for 2 mana in a modern legal set. That's it. Like,
And drained your opponent.
I mean, sure, but yeah, I mean that is what made Disciple of the Vault playable. But the fact that this card, they put a card that taps for 2 mana into a modern legal set, thinking that's probably fine.
And then made
No,
5
it's
of them.
not.
And said you could play 4 of each.
God,
Ugh.
so good. I got you. Funeral Pyre. Remove target creature from a graveyard. Its owner creates a 1/1
That was
fail.
boring.
It's just boring. You're
Boring.
exactly right. Fun.
This card's super fun.
Super fun concept. Super
Yeah,
fun
it's
design.
even like I've even had the times where I have a dude and they clone my dude and I kill their clone, not realizing, not forgetting. It's like only thing does. Like
You can spot
Aw,
remove a Sylvan
man.
Caryatid.
you know what?
You can spot remove a Sylvan Caryatid with this card.
You kill yours.
Yeah. I've seen it once.
This card's fun.
Super fun.
This card's so cool.
Great concept. It does cool things.
This
it becomes
is
that.
all creature types.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it has all creature
Tribal
types,
things
but
are
it has
almost
all
always
creature
fun.
types. Yeah. This card's so fun. It's being played in the room right
I
now.
found out today that it's Easter tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Did you finally get out of the egg you've been in?
No.
Did your shell finally crack?
I did break out of my shell some years ago. Minotaur Warrior.
The
fail.
art is fun, but the card is a fail.
The art is incredible. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Scott
it's-
Fisher nailed this one.
It's what if Tarzan was a Minotaur? Minotaurzan. That was fun to say.
Mini Tarzan.
No, I don't think it
Which is basically just the worst version of George of the Jungle because Brendan Fraser is amazing.
Yeah, but George don't like kids. This
For
card.
him?
Phyrexian Furnace.
Okay.
Move the bottom card of target player's library from the game.
Graveyard, actually.
Target player's graveyard. Okay, yeah.
Sacrifice to remove a target card in any graveyard from the game. Draw a card.
Oh man, God.
This is
What is the...
strictly better. God, this card. Strictly better than Scrabbling Claws because you can pick the card that gets exiled and they don't get to.
Strictly worse than having fun.
Your favorite card is the 13/13 Trans.
This card's not even out yet. Whoa.
Man,
This card is super cool.
I will say that this card's actually. Really
This card looks like a lot of fun. I'm actually excited to try and build around this card.
I think it's going to be amazing in draft. I think it's going to be mediocre in limited. Maybe playable.
There's...
It's a 1/2 in a format that looks like it finally has reasonable removal.
It's a build around that if you have enough things for it, then you can...
I mean, you
It's
don't
really
build
good.
around on a 1/2.
Have you seen how many cycling cards are in this set?
Yeah.
It's not... Don't look at it as a 1-mana 1/2. It's like on turn 5, you play your 1-drop, 2 mana to cycle, and then play 1 and snipe their X1. Then for the rest of the game, you just have this effect. You're never attacking
But
or
no
blocking
one's going to
with
be
this, but you
pumping
can when you want
X1s. The
to.
format's already got Hangerback Walker.
Have you seen the amount of 3-1s in this set?
Yeah, no one's going to play
they're,
them.
they're...
Hangerback Walker is in this format.
No!
Yes! Hangerback Walker is straight up better than all the X1s in this format. I don't think that X1... I think X1's remain...
Hangerback one?
I'm sorry, Walking Ballista.
No, I'm talking limited.
Oh, no, that card's great in Limited.
Yeah!
I agree with that. I thought you were talking Constructed.
No,
Okay.
not in constructed, no.
Do you... Okay, if you mean Limited, then that card's straight
Limited,
up
heck yeah.
awesome. I
show.
completely... I thought you were talking Constructed. I thought
No.
you were absolutely wrong.
I should have said limited. Fumiko the Low Blood. Yo, her blood is so low that she has Bushido X.
I've just now realized that Fumiko has diabetes.
This card's awesome.
It's kind of cool.
It has Bushido X. That's so cool.
I'm off it. Fail. Fail.
Her blood's too low for you to get on anyways.
Fidar, Rhymewind Master.
I totally thought this said Rewind Master.
Actually, I think this card's kind of fun. It's unfun gameplay, but fun design.
If you control 4 or more snow permanent, that is pretty cool.
I mean, he's basically Frozen the movie. Infiltrator's Mage Mark. Enchant creature.
I like the Mage Marks.
Creatures you control that are enchanted get +1/+1, can't be blocked.
Because with Defender.
What?
There was a lot of stuff that gave your opponent's Defender.
That's boring. Fail.
It's kind of cool.
Nope. It's boring.
Oh, you get to steal their artifact.
This is great because
I
you
know
can
that
take
because it's
the
called
Black
Steal
Lotus.
Artifact. But they just sack it in response.
I was winking. Sorry. Maybe we'll take their Pentad Prism.
There we go. But it's got Sunburst. They just
Chromat
remove,
Script?
But then they just sack it in response.
Lotus Petal?
What was the other artifact that removed a card from the bottom of their graveyard?
That one. Take
We'll
out the
take
Phyrexian
that one.
Furnace. That's it.
This card is so much fun. I actually have this in one of my EDH decks.
Mhm.
It's so much fun to cast this thing. The Convoke is, like, it's got a lot of surprise factor.
This card is fun and designed, but
Because you get to
still
prevent
bad.
5 damage to this, 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 and this. It's sweet.
Fun in concept, probably really good and limited.
Have you ever cast it?
Nope.
This card's bonkers.
Okay.
It's so fun. I cast it. I like it. You can take their
Okay.
Mindslaver. That's true. You can steal their Mindslaver artifact. And then just sack in response.
No, it lets them cast your own take control artifact on their own Mindslaver because they already Mindslavered you and brought it back. I don't know. I will say that I've not cast this card and I have very little interest in ever casting this
I've
card.
cast it. It was fun.
I imagine it was.
Thanks, man.
We'll give it a fun.
Is this another... Oh, a Cephalid.
Cephalids are good.
Target player draws 2.
Why is every Cephalid
Draws
card
2.
good?
This card's real good. You get double looting.
Yeah.
We're not talking about...
I mean, it's a
good,
blue card
though.
that gets to Faithless Looting.
But we're not interested in good. We're interested in fun. Is this card fun? I don't think it's a 4-mana.
Drawing cards is pretty fun.
It's a 4-mana 2/2.
Drawing cards is pretty fun.
Why don't I just cast my 4-mana 5/5?
God, you're such a good age.
This is missing 6 stats.
Okay.
You get to destroy a wall?
Fail.
What? Yeah, fail.
This
This card's fun.
Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You
This
can
card
remove
is fun.
creature
I have
cards, put it in
sacrificed
your
many a
hand,
foul
put the
adversary
rest
in
on
my
the
day.
bottom when you sacrifice it.
It's fun.
Dude.
It finds you the emerge card and then gives you a dude when you emerge from it. This card's fun. I enjoy this card because you go turn 3 this, turn 4 you play your Elder Deep Fiend or your Wretched Griff or whatever.
And it finds you the wretched.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is fun.
It was fun.
Fun.
He also looks like the
Fun.
boomer. Yeah, he's got a giant.
Not for the whale.
This card's got the word dingus in it.
No, normally I'm a fan of Dingus Egg. Let's see what this one's going to take us on the road for. Whenever a creature dies, it deals 2 damage to that creature's controller.
That's not bad, actually.
Yes, it is. This card's
Well,
awful.
nowadays it is. Then it wasn't.
No one was playing creatures back then.
That's true.
Uh,
Annihilate. It's because they didn't have 4-mana 5/5.
oh god. 5 mana for this.
But you get to draw a card. Drawing cards is fun, right? You get to draw a card.
Not on a...
That's so fun.
Spending 5 mana on a terror is not my idea of a fun time.
But you get to draw a card.
Fail.
Yeah.
Fail.
Look at their hats. Okay.
Hold on.
Look at his goatee.
The guy on the left, on stage left, looks like he's wearing a mask. He looks like he's wearing...
The guy with the giant white.
Like
it looks like he face planted.
This is my bearded man mask.
It looks like he face planted in like some Miracle Whip and it just stuck to
The
his
person on the
face.
right looks like it looks like they just put on a bunch of shaving cream, then went out for a hunt.
Yeah. He's the bait.
I know the next round is taking way too long. Thanks everybody for sticking with us through this.
My goodness.
I do appreciate it.
It fired. Let me
Wow, 4 people have left. Thank you so much. Only 4, by the way, is what I'm saying.
Mulan with a beard.
So, Beast Within.
Isn't this Marvel's biggest color pie break card?
No, that's horn. I mean, it's among them. The biggest, like in green, you've got this one. You've got
It's not like of all time.
Windstorm, or you've got
The tornado
yeah, and
kills
then
a permanent.
exactly. Then you've got Hornet Sting, Hornet Queen,
I love Hornet Sting. I played that in a draft once.
but it's so bad.
It's really bad.
And then Reality, the red one that's running EDH, that exiles or shuffles.
Chaos Warp.
Chaos Warp. Chaos Warp is another really big one.
Yeah. They used to be like
Desert
EDH
Twister, that's
All-Star.
it.
The Twister.
It's still an EDH All Star. Like all those things are just
Is this card fun?
yeah. This card's super fun.
Yeah, you get to kill a thing and make a 3/3. You can kill your own thing and make a 3/3. I totally thought that said chemist. He looks like he's holding a guitar.
Oh, he is.
I want this guy on stage.
Next time that I have a guitar, I'm gonna name it Dream Chisel.
That's a great
That's
band
a great-
name.
It's a great, it's a great instant. That's a good band name though, right? Write that down.
Dream Chisel, the band.
Let's see here.
It's a 5-mana 6/6 with reach.
Actually, I think this card's super fun.
This card's awesome. I have killed many. What was the 4-mana 6/6 demon?
The card
You can sacrifice.
actually saw play in
It was a
standard.
lot of play. Well, okay, it saw a lot of play with me.
No,
I
actually,
played that
it was
card a
played.
lot. I know,
Yeah.
but like I played it more than most people. And that's
Actually, this card's not bad.
it's not bad at all. You could put a pariah.
It's
on
not
it.
good, but it's not great.
You could put pariah on it.
But it's not bad.
She
You can
needs to
put
go get
Pariah
She-
on it.
it.
You can put Pariah on it.
She needs to go get a tan.
That's funny.
This girl.
That's funny. Lord of
This
the
card's
Undead.
sweet. You can get your zombies back.
Fail.
What?
Zombie
You
lords.
get your zombie back.
3-mana lords are bad.
But they're fun. Have you ever played Merfolk?
Yeah, those are 2-mana lords. Those
Well,
are
they're
super
fun.
Like, 3-mana lords are bad. Have you played Merfolk?
They play 3-mana lords as well. Not a bunch, but a couple.
They run 3 copies of one of them. That's not there because it's a lord.
I mean, tap on tap is pretty good.
Tap on tap is more than pretty good.
Make all your spells cheaper.
Fine, it's gonna be fun.
You get your cards back. That's so fun.
Fine.
You don't have to get them back. You just regenerate them.
Of course, that's just fun.
I love this card so much. It's a 4-mana 5/5.
The big issue is that it made Siege Rhino unplayable until this card rotated.
It would. If this and Siege Rhino were in standard together, this would crush Siege Rhino. Okay, I would crush Siege Rhino with this card. Other people wouldn't, because they have better sense than me. This is my favorite. Okay, I've been alluding to this card all day. If you haven't picked up on it yet. What?
You know this isn't theirs, right?
Yes, I know.
You know Siege Rhino was in cons?
Cons, yes, I know. I thought you were making a joke. I was trying to joke.
Okay, you sounded so genuine.
I'm good at selling
There
the
was the
bit.
big joke of when it rotated. You were like, but it actually would. And I was like, oh my god, he's serious. I gotta give
No,
him
I'm
a look. Never mind. Sorry, I was totally thrown off by you.
This is my favorite card in all of them.
Okay.
Not Abbey Matron, Pelucranos. Polycane.
No, Pelucranos is fun. Man, you.
This person is literally like they did this face and then that face.
This looks like he just burned you. He was like, ha! Gotcha!
But he's doing the opposite. He's healing for 3. He's healing himself for 3. He's doing a literal opposite bolt. That's the 2 because he's doing this.
I like how he's gonna shout you to health.
Hey, watch out!
There's an arrow coming for your head. I feel so much stronger because of that information. It really is half the battle. Then you feel better, I guess. Fun.
This guy, we hit this with Coleman too. This song was
Oh, let me tell you a story.
okay.
I played against a deck that went turn 1, blue-white land, cast this. That
Alright.
deck was blue-white spirits.
Okay.
That's true, that was a female. My bad.
I'm missing your.
The point being that its second mode, or its first mode, puts it into a Kithkin spirit.
Yeah.
It was in a
So when
blue-white spirits deck.
Yeah, when you play Drogskull Captain.
Gotta watch out for that Capion.
Yeah, you do. It gets bigger. It's sweet. It's got so much fun. Flash Flood, destroy target red permanent. Or, return target mountain to its owner's hand. This guy's so much fun. You kill red things.
I guess it's fine.
I don't think
Sure.
it's very fun. Land destruction is not fun.
That's
well,
true.
it's fun for me. Everyone else thinks it's not fun.
Hi, Orno.
Hello.
Lightning Elemental.
Fun.
His haste is playable.
That's fair.
If you listen to Steven and I. Man, I've enjoyed our new game. It seems like every time a new set comes out, we come up with a new thing.
New thing.
Oh, is the next round final aim?
Is next round up? Awesome. Okay. I'll find a match.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. It is finally time for some more magic. Can I just say thank you to all of you for a quick moment? We just spent a pretty good amount of time filling time while not having coverage. And our viewership increased. Thank you. Not many people get to say that. And thank you all for being a part of the stream and for letting us do this. I hope our new mic is sweet. I think the gain is high enough. Let me know if I need to make it where it captures more of the audio. But I think it's been pretty good. If there are any feedback on our audio, be sure to let us know. Home Dizzle, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for joining. And we'll see what else I can do. Okay. Mike seems good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm excited. We got all kinds of new equipment, which was paid for with those wonderful subscriptions. So, if you are curious, if you thought to yourself, man, I would love to subscribe to this stream, what are they going to use it for? Well, they're going to use it on stuff like this new microphone. We're also going to be moving up and we're going to be getting a new table.
Yeah, heavy round 3.
And I have a request for you.
What's that?
Can I get a generic brand snack?
Possibly.
Thank you. What's our round 3?
You have Andrew and Sean again. Looks like Andrew's making it hard on you and switching around.
Okay.
And yep, they're perfect.
Okay. Neo Cyval, thank you for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you. Do I think the new Suspiria is better than the new or the new Eidolon?
Can I say neither?
Yes. I mean, they're
They're both cool.
really cool for standard. I'll probably play them both in standard. They're both. Maybe I would test them up to being a 2 of in modern for each of them.
Yeah.
In like the right context. I don't know what they're on.
Yeah, you do. They've both been on already.
I know, but I've got a short memory. Well, let's head on down. We'll figure it out when we get there. So one of them is on Black Green Tron, but I forget what Sean is on. Oh, I know what Sean is on. He's on Bant. He's on Bant Troll Worship. Okay. There we go. You can see the 2-drop in Hate Bears. I actually don't think that is a good Taxes card at all. Interestingly enough. I really don't think that that is a good Taxes card. What's the black Fatal Push and Collective Brutality? Alright, we'll see you down there, everybody. Alright, we are getting set up. Thoughtseize not that good, but yeah, not in this deck. It's more for the Collective Brutality, which gives them an opportunity to also kill creatures. But in a deck like this, normally hitting at their hand isn't too big of a deal, since normally your top decks are just better than theirs anyway. So, let's see what we can do. Also, gaining life is occasionally relevant. Andrew likely pretty extremely favored in this matchup. The new Delver's got to be the best card in the set. That's interesting, because I actually think that the new Delver is completely unplayable outside of maybe limited. I think the card's really bad, actually. So that's interesting. What's a really good black X spell? I guess Death Cloud is pretty solid. Profane Command is good. Exquisite, no, wait, hold on. Debt to the Deathless, except the other one. Exsanguinate is pretty good. I mean, I don't think it should be called good, personally, but Black Sun Zenith is good. Mind Shatter is a really good one. Mind Twist, good one. Nice. Mind Twist is a great one. So, we're going to start things off with a Windswept Heath. Elemental Whisper, I missed you all a bunch too. Thank you for the welcome. It's good to be back. This last week was really weird. I haven't streamed since last Saturday. Or last Sunday, actually. I streamed from home. Something came up on Monday, and it took all of my... Basically, my days consisted of working for 9 hours, going home, and working on Project X until midnight, and then going to sleep. Okay. And then waking up, going to work, and then working on Project X until midnight and going to sleep. So, another Birds of Paradise coming down for Sean. Lining him up here. Not a whole lot going on so far with that land coming in. Sean hasn't developed too much. And it is going to allow him to cast some 5-drops next turn, potentially. I don't quite know. The Exquisite... Oh man, that EE looks super sweet, but unfortunately Andrew can both of these stars in response. Hey, what's up, Atomic Panda? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Further, do you think the Delver comparison overstayed as well? I mean, why would I ever play a 1-mana 3/2 flyer that I can't play on turn 1 when I can play a 1-mana 4/5 that draws me cards in the late game, not on turn 1? Like, I just don't think that that card beats out Tasigur in any context, especially in any deck that actually wants to sacrifice its own creatures, or is willing to have a card that inconsistently might be trying to remove their opponent's creatures. It's just, the card makes no sense to me as being playable in almost any situation. I don't think that it's standard playable either. Chromatic Stars turn on push, that's very true. So a couple of these Birds of Paradise out, and Sean the underdog at the moment, trying to surmount an offensive against this black-green Sean deck. Now, while with him still at 20, it's going to be pretty difficult. Does it still play Allah's Dust? Most Trons don't, but it's not unusual for them to play 1 or 2. The big card that they might be playing is Oblivion Stone, and while it may not be able to kill the troll, potentially it does hit the worship. Okay. So, the Oblivion Stone is going to come down to the battlefield. Sean does have the opportunity. Oh, and he's actually just going to counter it and draw a card. Now, Eldrazi Tron and Black Green Tron are different, though. I think that those are different decks with different intents. But I agree that All Is Dust is fantastic in Black Green Tron. Or it is in Eldrazi Tron. But remember that that one is also running Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see what we can put together here. Also remember that Eldrazi has access to Eldrazi Temple, which can also cast it. What are the 2 cards Sean has? The Birds of Paradise? That's a Birds of Paradise. Okay. Sean needs to put up some pressure, unfortunately. Andrew's got way too much time right now. He ended up using the Ancient Strings earlier. He does have a Sylvan Scrying, so if he can get to having access to the green mana, he can Sylvan Scrying for the rest. Needs to get some pressure going. I think he's just deciding what he wants to put down. He's got a lot of really good threats in hand right now. Looks like it is the Wormcoil Engine, which is going to come down. Another Cryptic Command. Sean trying to be the control player. Going for another fetch. He's going to be falling down to 15 for this. Going for the counter, and I believe the draw. Looks like he's going to be drawing a card off of this, I believe. Oh yeah, his mana base is lovely. This deck that Sean has right now is just gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. Can we get Troll Worship deck tech in between rounds? We very rarely do, so I would say that it's unlikely, but it's not out of the question. Alright, let's see what we can do. Okay, we're just going for a reshuffle, I think. Setting that one up. And Sean, still needing pressure. Trying to use these cryptic commands to buy himself some time to maybe get Andrew to run out of threats. The problem is that his top deck potential is so high. Has a Ghost Quarter as his draw. And by eliminating that, it cuts off the high mana spells. The big thing is that Andrew actually does have that Sylvan Scrying. So he can find it using one of these power plants as well as the forest. Get that and he'll still have 7 mana for the turn. A Geist of St. Traft is going to be a pretty good way to go about this. But Sean not having a whole lot of access to be able to stop this. And Andrew does have the tools to be back up having 7 mana available. I'm not sure what game that we... Oh no, I think this is game 1. And with that, Sean may have just won. I'm a little bit surprised that Andrew passed the turn back. Oh, because that's not a Sylvan Scrying in hand. It must not be. It looked like a Sylvan Scrying. I thought he had a Sylvan Scrying. I could not say for certain at this point, but now we are dead. And Sean is going to take what? Sean, the underdog, rising up against Tron with the help of Geist of St. Traft. That enchantment on it, that was Angelic Destiny. So the Geist of St. Traft, the spirit of Innistrad, decides to try his hand, fill out the application to move his way up to an angelic finish, decides to get so, and gets backed up by his good friend, a 4/4 Angel, and taking it down with 2 clean hits. Once he got that down on the field, that was a 2-turn clock with that Angelic Destiny, dealing 6 damage from the Geist and 4 damage from the Angel, and Andrew just not able to resolve any of that spells after the Ghost Quarter just put a little bit of a hiccup into Andrew's game plan. Fantastic. Gonna double check something here. Hey Coleman.
So
Okay, never mind.
What do you want?
No, it's too late.
Okay.
Is there something I can...
Oh no, you're fine. Keep doing your thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are doing great.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are the best. Oh, I was supposed to tell you guys. Earlier there was a note, especially while you were on camera. All the people who are watching wanted me to emphasize to all the players today, thank you so much for always being willing to be on camera and always putting on a great show. So thanks, guys. That was fun. That turned into a good moment to thank all the players. So, a game 2 coming our way. Sean taking game 1 with Troll Worship. You're not using a troll or a worship. Geist of St. Traft carrying the load. A couple of cryptic commands not being too shabby either. Being able to take down the Oblivion Stone as well as the Wormcoil Engine. Not shabby. Not shabby. Bought him a lot of time and beat a lot of damage that would have come in. How much is a conventional interstate plane ticket? Round trip? Or what? Zood Jr. How's it going? It's going well. I'm back. I've been gone for a week, but I'm happy to be here. I'm looking forward to it. It's really weird that a week away from streaming to me feels like a long time, but I missed it. I'm happy, and I'm just thrilled to be back. How's it going for you? Round trip? 2 to $400. To be named. That's exactly why I was calling for Coleman. Actually, I would say 2 to 500, maybe 2 to 6. 6 might be like on the most expensive flight that you'd see. How often does Geek Fortress broadcast? Every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Every Wednesday at 7 Pacific Time. Every Friday at 7:30 we do Legacy, and every Saturday at 6 we do Modern. Okay. So, from like Florida to Vegas, actually flights to Vegas are exceedingly cheap. Flights to Vegas are quite cheap because they want you there. It should be a couple $100. A ton of flights to Vegas are really cheap because they want you there, because then you'll spend money there. You could tell with the subtle jab comment I made. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know this for certain, but I have heard. So I have heard that actually the hotels in Vegas pay for the flights to be cheaper. I don't know if that's entirely true, but I think it makes a lot of sense. It's the same reason why all their hotels are cheap. Like, hotels in Vegas are cheap. Really nice hotels are not expensive, and it's because their numbers show them that it is cheaper and they enable you to get into Vegas. Once you are in the door, they will make more money off of you. Vegas is only expensive? Even now it's not expensive. Most of the hotels are still very, very cheap. Comparatively, the cost of hotels there right now compared to anywhere else, not expensive. It is very cheap to travel to Vegas. Flooded Strand for Sean coming on down. Yeah, for $78, I believe it. Mad Gamer, it's good to see you. How's it going? So we're cracking this probably for some green mana, and we are gonna take a look to see what we can find. Probably a Sylvan Scrying getting cast. A Collective Brutality. This was for a black mana. We're gonna take a look at this hand and see what we can find. Not a whole lot of instant or sorceries to find, but it's worth taking a peek and maybe preparing. And it looks like we did find one. That is a Spellbreaker trap, or that is the interesting. Oh, that's the Mindbreak trap. A Mindbreak trap and a Cryptic command. Getting taken down. Sean going for the Mindbreak trap is an unusual choice. Maybe just so that eventually, if he has enough mana, he can hardcast it on some of those spells. Okay. Give us M. I imagine that on many forums you would be able to find people. Or I would not be surprised if you could find people nearby who would be willing to do it. Most people are I mean, a week vacation with a $78 flight, you could probably find a hotel room that is like, let's say $70 a night for like a really nice hotel. And that's really cheap, especially when you split it between like 4 people. Then you start looking at spending, $70 on the hotel for the whole weekend, or maybe like $90, something like that. And then, so you're looking at $200 for the round trip, and then playing in the main event for just under $100. Yeah, that's gonna be. I'm excited about GP Vegas. So Moorland's coming down for Sean. He's got a Birds of Paradise. Oh, Motor, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you had fun. I hope you had fun. So, a Wormcoil Engine down on the battlefield it's going to beat everything that Sean's got on the battlefield. It beats all the creatures, which are loaded up with like 2/2s and 3/4s and this 3/2. But nothing's going to outclass that Wormcoil Engine out of this board. Sean's looking for a Path to Exile, something along those lines. But it is going to make Andrew's lands come in tapped. It's also going to make the creatures come into play tapped. Feedback is my friend. Hello. I got to agree with a sentiment like that. I do love feedback for the stream. Any way that we can improve, whether you're a viewer. I do know that some pretty phenomenal people in the community have watched this stream in the past. Like all of you, for instance. If anybody ever is watching the stream and wants to provide me with feedback, it is my absolute intent to improve over time. Feedback is my friend. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you for the assistance. Thank you for helping us do what we do. I dropped a thing which I'm trying to pick up real quick, and then I will be back up there. But thank you for letting us do what it is that we do here. It's incredible having you here. Oh, that's awesome. A new sub? A new sub using your Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, Feedback is my friend. I love it. If you want some feedback, here it is. You're great. Okay. So, I will say, going to see shows in Vegas is a lot of fun. I did that a bit. I did a little bit of everything when I was in Vegas. It's a lot of fun. Vegas is just a lot of fun to go to. Occasionally. I couldn't do it frequently. What are we doing today? We're doing some Modern Extumia. It's good to see you. So, Birds of Paradise joining the battlefield. We do have this Geist of St. Traft, which looks pretty neat. Picking up that stuff made me end up taking a little bit of time there. I apologize for that. Let's get those caught back up. We're down to 9 on Sean's side of the battlefield, and Andrew's sitting at 26. This Karn looking fantastic right now. Let's see what we can do. Okay.
Oh darn, I have 6.
Clutch of Brutality. Can't target the Geist of St. Traft. Taking a look at the Spellbreaker, or the Mindbreak Trap. Not Mindbreak Trap. Yes, Mindbreak Trap. Not Archive Trap. And we do see a Mirran Crusader in that hand, so we're going to lose that card. Otherwise, we're at 28 after going for a small life drain. Could attack in. When you're at 28, you've got a lot of room to work with. I think if we plus it up, you get rid of the Mirran Crusader as well. And then Sean is in top deck mode. And even, like, you attack for 6, put Sean down to 1. It inhibits a lot of these top decks. And I think that is going to be the play for us. That's okay, you're back. The timeout was mostly just to purge it from the chat. Alright, and Sean picks him up. He can't beat the Wormcoil Engine and the Karn together. Couldn't even kill the Karn because it was at 7 and he could only attack with 6. It just wasn't going to happen. So we're going to see a Game 3 with Sean on the play. We saw him in Game 1. This is a matchup which has got to be abysmal for him. Any deck that's trying to play fair in these senses is just such an underdog against the deck that goes so big. Trying to play a 3-mana 3/4 with lifelink looks really cool against a lot of decks. It looks really bad against a Wurmcoil Engine. Trying to play a Geist of St. Traft looks really cool in a lot of instances, but it looks really bad against, Karn. If you'd like, sure.
Hello.
It's the Mono White Master Vince
Hello,
joining
everybody.
us. So, we've got a Game 3 between Black Green Tron and Bant Troll Worship.
And oddly enough, I played against both of those decks today. So,
How'd it go?
well, the Tron matchup did not end well.
Yeah, you've got the bye, so I assume not great.
Well, no, actually, I finished very early because I played against Zoo just now. But the Troll Worship match went to time because of Worship, well, essentially.
Gotcha.
He didn't get the Worship at all until Game 3. And at that point, it was just ridiculous. Got him down to 1 with the swords on the Catahulk, and managed to drop a Elish Nor and all the good stuff, and then was sitting there.
And he stayed at 1?
He stayed at 1,
Gotcha.
and finally drew the Body and Mind, which I was mill plan.
Only 4 rounds tonight? Yes, only 4 rounds tonight. I think, it's beautifully sunny outside, plus SakuraCon happening down in Seattle, plus there was a larger tournament down in the south. I think all those factors brought it together to just being a little 4-round event. Today, it's first time that I've seen less than 16 players, probably for almost a year.
Yeah,
on a
we're
Saturday.
usually pretty consistent with Modern.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a popular format.
Okay. You're really into Moto for your Modern fix? Ooh, man, I do love me some Modern. What's a counter for Tron? Ghost Quarters are good. If you have pressure to back it up, Blood Moon is decent. Crumble to Dust is reasonable. Also, just getting underneath them and being being faster than them because their
Yeah,
first 3 turns are so dedicated to assembling Tron.
Yeah, try and dedicate your early game to, if you're playing Burn, just some
Going face.
yeah, definitely go face. Face is the place. But maybe some Monastery Swift Spears and got good old Goblin Guides. Getting
Spreading
in.
Seas is surprisingly good against them too.
Yes.
Alright, so we've got a Snapcaster in this hand. I believe that's a ley line? I'd be interested if that was a ley line. I'm not sure if I would ever... It is.
It is a ley line, yeah.
So probably playing around just the Collective Brutality. Seems like an interesting one. I don't know, it might be a slight overboarding in my mind, but it also might just be coming
it
in
looks like he's also
over...
got a Snapcaster there, which may or may not come into play.
Ian, you're the best! Hi, Ian. It's good to see you. Welcome. Thank you so much for the sub. It's a pleasure having
Welcome
you
back.
here.
So hi.
I did some stuff. I added the mic and everything all by myself. Ah, jing-a-ding-dang-do!
Welcome.
It's so
Thank you
good
so much.
to see you.
Only half my face is in the screen. Let's see. There we go.
It is so very good to see you. Thank you for being here. Ah, how exciting. So we've got Ian and Olivia going for the sub today. Thank you to both of you. And Addiction84 with the follow. Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome to the Fortnites.
Ooh, and a Birds of Paradise is just like Game 1. It worked for him the first time. Mostly to help assemble up the cryptic commands. Which actually were surprisingly potent in Game 1. Not normally what you want to do against Tron, but hey.
Yeah, he really does enjoy his matchups. He did get welcome.
Nemphonic with...
Another sub.
Yes, I love
Nice.
it. I dig it.
Let's see if we can get some more going, huh?
Oh, we're at 148 now.
Hey, Tevin.
I'm so glad to be back. This is Vince. He's the guy who's always playing the Mono White Devotion on stream.
Yes, I am.
Recently put in a Baneslayer Angel?
Yes.
That card's great.
Yes. Actually, two.
Card's double great then.
Yeah.
More Birds of Paradise. Sean seems to be going with either a tribal deck or...
From what I've seen, he's not running anything like Knight of the Reliquary because he's decided that's not exactly what he's going for. He's going for the what's it called?
Is he an ornithologist? I'm assuming that that's a bird scientist, but I'm completely guessing.
No, he's got the birds. He's got the hierarchs as well. That's what he's going for right now. He's trying to. Well, actually, he's fetching right now, but.
Jiffafa 89 with the sub. Thank you so much for going for that sub.
Woo.
I love it. I like it. I love it. There's something, I don't know, some song reference. If Colin was
So
here,
many
he'd
subs.
make a pretty weak joke. We'll let him cover that one, though.
Yeah.
But hello, it's good to see you. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the support, letting us do stuff. We've got a new desk on the way, new mic
How long's it been
equipment.
since you see someone raise the roof? Woot, 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 woot. It's been a while, I think.
I interact
yeah.
with a decent amount of construction, so...
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ornithology. Oh, thanks.
There we go.
Sean doing his best ornithologist impression. Now, tell me, Vince.
Hmm.
Wormcoil Engine versus 3 Birds of Paradise. Who takes the win?
Well, I would give it to the birds because they can stall it out, and he's got plenty, and Sean's got plenty of answers with his troll worship. But if we're just talking the birds versus the
Man, I'm gonna give it to a Wormcoil Engine. I'm
Yeah.
amazed that you're even entertaining that 3 birds are equivalent to a Wormcoil
well,
Engine.
you have to remember,
Don't worry about it. I'll be
was-
there. Alan Rowe, thank you so much for hitting that sub button. It's a pleasure having you here. I
Welcome.
cannot not drop my phone today.
It's okay. You'll figure it out.
I will. I really got to build some stability with my phone and
You know
myself.
what would be great is if you just had a little like magnet thing to just clip it on or something.
Oh,
Just
God.
clip
Or
it.
one of those like wallet chains. So
Oh,
I
that
could
would
look
work.
edgy.
That would work great.
That would be fun.
That would actually go really well with this shirt, I think.
Maybe. Maybe.
So anyway, we got an O-Stone coming down over on Andrew.
Yes, and that looks pretty good against the ley line. It looks pretty good. I mean, it makes Carney with a plus against him, but Sean hasn't developed a whole lot of pressure yet. Go Man the Savage with a sub!
Woo!
What
All
is
the
going-
subs.
I love it.
I
That's
should come in here
the
more
line.
often and get more subs.
Clearly, it's apparently working. We've got the hype boats from Mostly Lost. Thank you so much for the sub. That's a brand new one from Goatman the Savage. My goodness, well, I tell you what, I happen to believe that you're the GOAT, greatest of all time, at that sub game and being the Savage. Thank
Yep.
you so much. Sean kept a weird hand. I mean, it worked for him in game 1.
Yeah. Seems like
He's still got a Snapcaster available to him
is
because
that
of
a
his two
Angelic Destiny? Yeah,
sorcerers.
it's Angelic Destiny he's got there. He's just waiting on his on his Geist at this point.
Can turn the... I knew that bird had higher aspirations.
Totally.
So, now the
Oh, there
bird
it is.
does gain flying, but it's also a 4/5.
And it's also an angel.
And it's an angel.
I do like me some angels.
Yeah, playing it out is an interesting choice. I think it's just the accepting the inevitability of this Mind Stone, but
Yeah.
keeping it back strikes me as odd. Because Andrew can now just activate it. The Wormcoil Engine
Mhm.
actually stays around because he put the fate counter on it.
Fate counter. And, well, also, he didn't necessarily need to put the fate counter on there because of how the worm coil would just give him the 2 tokens.
But have it. Never mind. So Ulamog is hitting the battlefield
Oh,
when you
yeah,
cast
that was
it.
it.
So it actually hasn't hit the battlefield yet because he's gonna exile. Yeah, Sean
yeah.
knows what he's
Yeah,
done.
that's it. That's it.
So not only is he
Ouch.
dead to a Wormcoil Engine, which is running the table, plus an O-Stone, which, you know, kills everything except the Ulamog and the Wormcoil Engine, but
Yeah, as soon as that Ulamog starts getting in, it's just bye-bye library and
yeah, Sean taking
Worship.
game 1, living the underdog dream, looks to finish it out, does not get to live it.
he got close.
That's true. He touched the sun. He flew too high.
Yeah.
His wings
A little
burned up.
Icarus there, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's head back up to the booth. Are you willing to see if there's any other matches out there?
Sure, I can do that for you.
I dig it. Thank you so much. Let's see what we got.
Alright.
Hello, and thank you for joining. I'm not sure what just happened to the coloring, but we'll assume that it'll fix itself. My goodness. No, can't handle it. I'm going to fix it myself live here on the spot. In the meantime, I'm going to look all bright and shiny like I am tanning at this very moment. To all of you joining, thank you so much for joining the Geek Fortress stream. It's a pleasure to have you here. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that follow button and join us more in the future. Also, feel free to hit that sub button. But if you just want to help support the store, which is a good way to help support the stream, because if he can see the value in the stream, then he can also help us and let us keep doing all this fun stuff. Check out geekfortressgames.com. galdlegedgame.com for all those card needs, those supply needs, and of course to put in those comments, toss in some requests. Dylan's willing to do stuff, and usually we try to comply with some of those requests. They're fun.
Yeah,
Is this higher res? Sure.
looks higher. I think that just might be the screen. I'm used to watching it on my phone. But anyway, so that was the round.
Brilliant.
So I got to go back out there and see my next opponent.
Okay, have
And-
fun. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, no problem.
Good luck.
Yep, thank
Take
you.
it down. Rock and roll forever.
Always.
Nice. Sun Dodger. Sun Dodger. 04. Is this higher res? Ooh, I should just read out chat sometime. Feedback is my friend. Mono white player likes angels. The Braum Bomber. LOL. GG. Veggies. Whoa! Extumia, who won? Tron, by the way. Veggies. John. Sun Dodger. Is this the higher red? Your name is TJ? My name's TJ. That's exciting. Veggie. TJ. The Oompa Loompa. Frost 15935. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. Veggie. Maniac. Maniac. Hi,
I'm on the
I'm reading
wall.
chat.
What?
Nothing? Hey.
I'm on the wall.
Wow.
Playing against Coleman.
Nice. Oh, wow. Okay.
So we'll keep an eye out for a second match. Actually,
Okay.
fine.
Oh, you got to buy again? Cool. Sure. Alright. So how do you feel about Red Green Shamans versus Bushwhacker Zoo?
Ooh, I feel Shamans and Zoo might actually have a chance here. There we go.
Bushwhacker Zoo is faster, but
It
Shamans
is
has
very
got
fast. Shamans has a lot of early game just getting in and creating a small board state to welcome
Neo
to the
Savall.
subs. All the
Thank you so much. It's
Every
great
time they
having
come in
you
here, it's more subs.
That's clearly the factor. Thank you so much for joining. It's a pleasure having you here. I appreciate it. It's awesome. Do you mind my last name?
Last name's fine. Okay.
Okay, just checking with you. Just checking. Let's head on down. Let's check out the finals. If I ever get a commentating, I think
I'm
it
sure
is
that-
likely that I will.
Yeah, I think we're almost there right now, aren't we?
I think I will get a commentating one day.
Okay.
We'll see you there. Alright, so Red Green Shamans versus Bushwhacker Zoo. Need to update those arts, but Rage Forger, the big X factor here. The sooner that Coleman can get a Rage factor, he could end up taking this one out. He's got a lot more of some of those value creatures. He's got the Wolf Skull Shaman, which can have a lot of value. He can also has a little bit of tutor. Texas, on the other hand, blazing fast, lots of reach, and of course has the straight up busted starts with
With the
Burning Tree.
the burning trees, the what was it? The revolt.
Reckless Bushwhacker?
That's it.
Oh, are you talking the Death Toucher?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Basically, just turns it into a Death Touch Kurt Ape, which is amazing.
Oh yeah. Coleman never did bring me that snack.
Well, what did you?
Don't worry about it.
Are you good?
I'm off it. Cravings only last for like 2 minutes, and it's been like at least 3.
Oh no.
Since you're listening to chat, you must have noticed that you never brought me the snack.
I did not. Well, that was a game that took forever.
That's okay. I'm off it now.
Okay. That's what you were referring to.
Yeah.
All right.
So Godly from Texas, Fetch Shock down to 17, Bashing for 2, and a Flamekin Harbinger.
Yep, that's gonna help him get out that Rage Forge.
Yeah, it does often search for it. He also does like doing the value play of going for the other Flamekin Harbingers so that he can have something to play off of it, but he's not wasting any time. He's got a curve in mind. That is the Rage Forger.
Yeah, there it is.
Did you see the Burning Tree Emissary in his hand?
Yeah.
It's in there.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Here we go. Texas drawing a bolt. I'll probably hit that Rage Forger as soon as it drops.
And we're going to reveal, a Rage Forger, the reveal off of the Goblin
Yeah,
guy.
we didn't see that coming at all.
No, I'm quite surprised.
Never saw it coming.
Must have been a lucky. I mean, Coleman's quite lucky. Didn't expect him to draw that one.
Yeah, that's a lucky one. Oh, yep, there it is.
Alright, so it's
Yeah.
attack for 1, and then he's got a 2/2 and a Lambholt Pacifist. A 3/3 that can't.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Oh, there's the Wolf Skull Shaman.
Lightning Bolt
Off
takes
top.
down the Lambholt Pacifist. And the Burning Tree Emissary trades with the Goblin Guide. Imhole Pacifist,
Yeah.
the 3/3 that can't attack unless you have a creature for power 4 or greater. Didn't.
Nice
So-
in Ferocious Engines, which is
and this is actually a hit for 3. Rage Forger, when it enters the battlefield, puts a +1/+1 counter on each other shaman you control, and whenever a creature with a +1/+1 counter attacks, deals 1 damage to, I believe, the opponent. Ends up
Oh,
swinging
why don't
for
we
3.
bring it up so we can?
I would love to bring it up as soon as I'm done adjusting this life total.
Yep, that'll work.
Plus, we don't really need Angelic Destiny up there.
Yeah, that's not up there now.
Indeed. Eternal Witness comes on down, and
Okay,
it
so
looks...
there's the Rage Forger, as you can see.
Oh, yeah. Getting the Rage Forger again is going to
Yeah.
be pretty solid.
Yep.
Texas
and
is running a little bit light on removal. He can't get through this. The big thing that he's got going for him is this reach in the form of Boros Charm and a Tarkus Command. But he's
well,
still
the
3
main
damage shy.
problem is obviously his land is only
Mhm.
1. He actually had that problem against me game 1 as well. Just he sat there with an experiment 1 for 2 or 3 turns, and I just threw a Sword of Fire and Ice on my Knight of the White Orchid and never made it back from there. But
Yep.
yeah, when he gets
The often modern sort of Fire and Ice on a
on a 2/2,
on a 2/2 first strike. Yep. It's a
That'll
pretty
do it.
common modern play. Always expect to see that one.
yeah, always.
So
It's even more fun when you throw it on those lovely double strikers. But, you know, it happens. So, let's see.
Coleman looking to keep him, drops down a Goblin Bushwhacker for no value, just a 1/1 for 1.
Well, on the plus side, at least he's got something to block with, you know.
Slade Games, I will allow you requesting it once, but I would prefer... Okay. And the Lightning Bolt takes down the blocker, and we've got an attack for more than enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus
Plus the
3
Rage
damage for
Forgers
each.
too, yeah.
So, a total of 12 damage from Coleman. He's going to take game 1. You can hear Coleman. Everyone can hear Coleman.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where he's just there.
Anybody within the, local municipality
Yeah.
can hear Coleman.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got one of those voices. It just projects, and it's just wonderful.
Coleman plays really fast. Actually, yes, he does.
Well,
The-
that's why he was able to play taking turns so well.
Yeah, Coleman is actually a lot of fun to play. I sometimes give him Coleman 1.5 Falk is a name that we have given him in the past.
That sounds about right.
I can hear him from Europe and have the stream muted.
Oh.
Oh, man, that's funny. I can hear him actually from around the world. I don't even hear regular. I only hear the echo.
Yeah, there's something of a small echo. It just comes in.
Mhm.
You know?
Oh, goodness gracious. What a...
Great fireballs, or Banefires. I don't know.
Bonfires.
Bonfire.
Yeah,
Okay, there
yeah,
we go.
It's
There
all
we
about
go.
bonfire. Is this the finals? I believe so. I believe it is.
Oh, see, now I've just been outswagged. Even more so.
I know.
It's okay. I forgive you.
They even say Magic the Gathering on them.
Oh, all the magic swag.
I know. Oh, man, this is the longest pair of sunglasses that I've ever managed to hold on to.
Really?
Yeah, I've had them for almost a year now. Which
That
for
is
me
impressive,
is
yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, most sunglasses I have don't last very long. I have a very wide head.
I took it off due to peer pressure. I normally have I normally keep the sticker, but these ones I took it off.
No.
Yep. I'm just going to go with the Joe Cool look for this particular match.
Well, that's fine.
Joe Cool's a cool guy.
I hear good things. Yeah.
I've heard positive.
yeah.
Yes, I heard his Yelp review went over swimmingly.
Yes. Right across the English Channel.
Okay.
Or should I say the Channel Fireball? I'm not sure.
The English Channel Fireball.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, mash them together.
There we go.
Which is basically just LSV talking with a British accent.
Totally.
Sticker or riot? Oh no. Hold on, I got
Well,
you.
I could go get my hat, which has a sticker on it, but last time I wore it on the stream, people were saying, someone should tell him about it. I'm well aware.
There we go.
There you go. Can you see out of that? Or, there you go. Okay.
No, I don't need to see. I just go with the heart of the cards. I believe in my heart what's going to happen, and then I just guess it.
That
So,
works.
Coleman's going to mulligan here. It looks like he had 5 lands in that hand, and he's going for the classic look before you mulligan. Now, how do you feel about that one? When you mulligan, do you always look at the top card?
I do not, actually, because when I do mulligan, it's usually a matter of, can I make this work? No? Okay, we're going to mulligan. And I feel like just looking will just make me feel all the worse about the mulligan. They're like, oh, I should have kept.
Gotcha.
You know.
I am also an advocate for never looking. It's an
Yeah,
important
it-
factor.
It gets you hyped for the next hand.
More mystery. That's true. That's true.
Exactly.
Texas does have an Eidolon. That could be his turn 2 play. He could then follow it up with a Bushwhacker the following turn. That might be what
that-
we see, but actually, if that was his
Well, if he
intent,
does, then yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, is that? No, that looks like Madcap skills. Not. Oh no, it is not. I
he
don't know
must
why.
be wanting to use a Tarka's command. That's a really unusual play that he just made. Oh, he can't play the Eidolon. It's double green. He has a forced.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
So the Bushwhacker wasn't good, so I think he's just going to go for the Atarka's command to keep the curve a-flowing,
Yeah.
as they say.
Well, also, you know,
Or just,
with Coleman developing his board state as it is.
yeah, this is actually super bad for Texas.
Yeah.
Bringing this in tapped is really... Like, he's got a
Yeah.
1/1 going into his turn 3.
That's not helpful
It's
at all.
it's not what you want to be with this deck.
No,
Yeah,
it's not. It's
you're
not. You
absolutely
definitely
right.
want to have a bigger board state by now. You want those Wild Nagaddles. You want those Eidolons on the board. And he's just not seeing them here.
Yep. Only having the single red is pretty problematic right now.
You know what would be great? He needs a Blood Moon.
Oh, completely agree. Coleman actually has him in the sideboard. They were playtesting this exact same matchup before the stream,
Really?
actually, and
Okay.
we discussed it, and we decided Blood Moon was not worth bringing in this
Okay.
matchup.
Okay.
Largely because Blood Moon, while it is effective against Texas,
It's more of an enabler, I would think.
well, it shuts off his Wild Nakaddles. It keeps him from casting a good portion of his spells.
That's
The big
true.
issue with it is that while it does shut him down, he's able to get so many cards out before you resolve it that, and Coleman is only running 4 pieces of removal in the entirety of the deck, so there's not a whole lot of capacity to sweep up once you lock that out.
Harsh Mentor might be a nice addition to Zoo. I would think that you would probably want a little more aggression. The Eidolon works better, I think, than the Harsh Mentor at this point.
I think you're exactly correct, Vince.
Thank you.
I think that Harsh Mentor deserves playing. The ability is far too powerful, but the potential on the ability is all, or the potential for the card itself, being a 2/2 that doesn't guarantee damage, is also problematic.
Yeah.
Okay. Texas should be at 11. He should be at 12, I believe. But I should also just update his life total in general, so that's absolutely true.
Yeah, we'll try and get more on that. This is totally a professional stream.
Absolutely it is. So we've got a counter coming on here in Texas, leaning back, stepping back to hold up his back foot and raise a shield against this Rage Forger deck. Not going to work too
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, Texas does not want to be on the defensive. He wants to be getting in those swings. He wants to be...
Well,
you
he's
know,
chump blocking.
Yeah, which is not at all where he wants to be either.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got a double block here.
And the old, I think they call it the Bolteroonie. I'm not an expert on
No,
it.
I'm pretty sure they just call it the Bolterino.
That does make more sense. I'm normally a fan of just regular lightning bolts, but I don't know what to do when they start going towards creatures, so
Yeah.
I couldn't really start interpreting that. But with the double
Happens
triggers,
to me all the time, so it's just...
double triggers plus the Burning Tree getting in. it's
Okay,
gonna
we
put
finally got
Texas
one of
to
those
7.
Nakaddles coming down.
Nice.
That's going to be helpful.
It's a sweet 3/3.
Yep.
That is true, Santiago. In this deck, it does have some potential. The big question is, what does it come in against that you don't already have a reasonably positive matchup against?
That's true.
Like a lot of these activated abilities are in decks that Bushwhacker Zoo wants to be playing. That's certainly open for interpretation, and it's possible that I'm simplifying it in my mind and forgetting some large factor. So it's certainly worth testing. The card's got potential. Double
Alright.
Rage Forger, and that's going to pick it up. Notably, it does not give the abilities it does not give the ability to your creatures of when they deal damage. They
Yeah,
deal
it's all coming from the Rage Forger.
Yep. And when you've got 2 of them,
Yep.
it does double duty. So each attack is going to be jamming in for 2 damage, plus an additional +1/+1 counter across the field. And it looks
Yeah,
like
that's-
Texas.
That's just going to do it.
Yep, he's
Yeah.
going to blood rush his own Gore Clan Rampage onto one of those creatures to really...
To really just drive it home, you know? Just,
I think that's the
I mean-
perfect way to put it.
yeah. I suppose. I mean, I guess it's not like he had any creatures to block with, so I guess it wasn't really a true Rampage, was it?
No. Did not get to Rampage nearly as hard as Archer did.
It's true.
Man.
Yeah.
I can reference it, but I can't really quote it. Family-friendly streams and all that. We'll pretend it's Archer the show. The hero. Archer the... Isn't it called Archer? No, it's called Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow, yeah.
I bet they couldn't.
Surprisingly, a dark show as well, but
I bet they wanted to call it Archer.
they
And they're like,
probably did.
"Man, they stole it from us.
I don't think they could at that point, just because of how ingrained in the fandom it is. But yeah,
Absolutely. But let's head on up to the booth and see if we can find here in this round 4 with 37 minutes left. Can we find another match, another
We'll
showdown, another fate clashed battle between two mighty opponents? Well, how are you feeling about the odds?
I'm feeling pretty good. I know we got a couple more matches out there. I know that Tron was taking on Burn, so
How about a crisp high 5 to affirm it?
sounds good.
Nice. Let's see what we can do. We'll see you all up in the booth.
All right.
Hello everybody and thank you so much for joining. My name's TJ and this is the Geek Fortress stream. To all the Fortnites out there watching, lurking, modding, and of course commenting in this, doing whatever it is that you do or maybe elsewhere. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream. I do love what you do. I love it when you're here and I always appreciate the contribution that you have to this stream and how we manage this stream as a function. Interacting with you here, interacting with you there, interacting with you everywhere is why we do love this stream, why we love it, and I cannot wait to do it more in the future. If you are just checking out this stream for the first time, be sure to hit that follow button, join us more in the future. Also consider subscribing for, of course, all the sweet benefits of some cool emotes like Fort Kiddo, like the Coal Maniac, like the Flail, and of course that generic beverage. Plus, it lets you feel good about helping the stream do what it does, buy the things that it needs, like this camera, this microphone equipment that we got recently. We'll be getting a new desk soon, and of course we are investigating the best possible way to buy a $700 computer for as little as $150. So, while we have been looking into new computers, we're trying to be patient so that we can spend as little much of that money. Yeah, we're going to get a second computer so we can have one computer completely dedicate all of its processing power, everything, to just running the stream, while the other
That'll
one
work.
does all like the actual applications of it.
Well, that'll definitely make everything faster and smoother.
Yes, we're at about 98 to 100% of our CPU on any given moment while this stream is operating, which means that we can't, which will enable us to start Skyping in people. And I've already talked to several Star City and Channel Fireball professional players about potentially Skyping in to do some commentary with us.
Wonderful. Can't
Yeah.
wait for that.
But we need to actually get the second computer to be able to do it.
That's true.
I'm excited.
So I have a match for you.
Tell me more about it. Let's strike this match and get this
on
puppy
the wall, I
burning.
believe. Yeah, on the wall, I have Logan on his death cloud, and
High on his death cloud.
yes, very high on his death cloud. Just a
Mhm.
moment. Look, who's your opponent again? What's his name? What's your name? Ethan. I have Ethan on Maru Nihiri.
Marduni here?
Maru Nihiri.
Interesting.
So they are going to game 2 at this point.
Who took game 1?
Logan, who got game 1? Okay, so Ethan got game 1.
Interesting. So Mardu Nahiri taking it down. Both like Death Cloud, really good, cool card. Basically a
Yeah.
smallpox for X.
Yeah, it's very fun. I have fun with that in my ADHD.
I mean, fun is a subjective term.
Well, it depends on which side of the board you're on.
That's true. But let's head on down to the field and see what we can find out.
Sounds like fun.
Game 2. Alright, lining up on the field, Nahiri versus Death Cloud. Both of these players relying on Planeswalkers as their win conditions. Notably, Death Cloud doesn't remove them. Not sure who's on the play, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ethan taking down that game was potentially a factor of being
probably.
able to put down a Planeswalker and Logan not having a whole lot of opportunities to actually interact with it.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it. I was in here with you guys.
Miot 4. Hey, looks like you're our featured viewer of the day. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a part of the stream. Thanks for being a Fortnite, and just generally thanks for hanging out and having a fun time. The
No
stream
place like this stream.
is like the greatest joy that I have among just like living and
Would
interacting
you
with all
say
my
it's
friends.
would you say that it's a river of joyful tears?
Oh, absolutely. This stream has gotten close to bringing me to tears a couple of times.
You good to go?
Oh, they're
Yeah,
so
okay.
good to go.
Yeah,
In
good.
fact, I'd say they're great to go.
Yeah.
If they were a toll, would they be good to go?
If they were a toll, would they be good to go? I would think so. Yeah.
Boo!
So apparently Coleman didn't like the idea that he was booed, but
No, that was him enjoying it.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Coleman lives to make me react to his puns, which is why I do.
I think he just draws strength from it, kind of like Superman from the sun.
Absolutely. If he was Samson, these puns would be his hair.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that would be.
And I'm the man with the clippers. So,
That'll work. That'll work.
all right.
Somehow I picture you something as a Sweeney Todd with this outfit. Just like way cooler.
I'm not really sure if that's a compliment or not, but I'm going to
It's
take
totally
it
a
as one.
I meant it as a compliment.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're
Inquisition from Ethan coming down. We've got
Okay.
Urborg, Fatal Push, which is kind of
Phyrexian
medium.
Arena.
Gideon, which can't be taken. Anguished Unmaking Lingering Souls. What
What would you take in this situation?
Anguished Unmaking if I had a card that I cared about. Otherwise, Phyrexian Arena, so that I don't
Yeah.
get drowning card advantage.
Yeah, I think if we're trying to play the long game, I think I would take the.
Looks like he might be
Yeah.
considering the same two spells.
Yeah.
It depends on in my hand. If I've got, say, a Nahiri in hand, I might take the Anguish Unmaking if that's like my only game plan. But
Yeah. Looks like he took that Phyrexian Arena. So
So-
he's probably not. He's probably counting on Logan to remove something not necessarily important with that Anguish Unmaking. Oh, we got a Lingering Souls coming down from Logan.
It'd be like Perp Plus. What are Perp Plus?
It's a shampoo.
Oh, because he's two things in one.
Oh, there you go. I guess that kind of works.
What two things?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know. Hilski.
Maybe being a red mage and a barber at the same time.
I dig it. Watching each round, you've come to understand that no one plays into the normal meta for Modern at our LGS. Actually, generally we do. Today's a little bit of an interesting day because there
Yeah.
was that larger
There is
tournament.
only we have a very small pool tonight. So
There was a big tournament down south, which means that a lot of the players who are generally on that like higher competitive level are not here today. But we actually do have probably about like 30% of the store in the tier 1 meta. We've probably got
yeah, we got a lot of Jund, Death Shadow.
another like 50% to like 40 to 50% in like tier 2 through like Fringe. And then we've got like 20% to 30% who do like cool brews that are pretty reasonable.
And then there's me who plays the best deck in all of Magic with my Mono Way.
Absolutely. So the Anguish Unmaking is going to come on down, get rid of that Liliana, which is such a good card, but he's going to go down to 17 for the pleasure of doing so.
Well, Liliana can definitely put a damper on his plans.
Dampers are important. It makes sure that smoke doesn't get into your house.
Yes. Yes.
And that's not what I want. I may be a red mage, but I ain't into that.
Yeah. Well, red's more fire than smoke. I mean, where there's smoke, there's usually fire, but where there's fire, there doesn't necessarily have to be smoke, right?
Sure. Liliana, coming on down. We're going to plus it up, get rid of a mountain, and Logan's going to pitch these Fatal Pushes. Easy choice. Fatal Push, very medium in this matchup. I suspect that they're only in the deck.
I don't think I would have plussed Liliana in this situation just to get rid of Logan's board state. Although I suppose
Against this deck? Absolutely. I would love to. This deck, like, Logan's deck is, like, this super weird, like...
yeah, he
Logan's-
does rely on a lot of just generation to do things, but
Yeah, like, Liliana can shine against decks that are A, control decks, and B, combo decks, and Logan kind of walks the line between the two with, like, this weird taxing mentality. But, the Gideon is going to be a problem for him.
yeah, definitely.
Unless he's got, like, Dreadbores in this deck, which would be just delightful.
That would be pretty amazing. I mean, I suppose. Nah, I don't think he's got any Heroes Downfalls, don't you?
I wouldn't fault him for running Hero's Downfall, but I'm not sure if I would immediately praise it. The card is certainly good, but for 3 mana,
Yeah, you could
it's-
you could easily just throw in a Dismember and.
it's great when it's the tool you need, and then everything else, it's kind of mediocre compared to the 1 mana answers that are available, especially in Mardu, which is...
Oh yeah, it's a Fatal Push, Bolt,
I mean, they're just drowning in efficient removal.
Path, all the good stuff. And of course, of the 3, Path is the best.
Sure. Sure, we're all entitled to our opinions.
I know I'm wrong.
Yes, you are. So we're going to play and flashback this Lingering Souls, lining up 4 of these souls, which might just be getting used as Gideon Snipe fuel.
Yeah.
/ protecting the Liliana.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I'm not sure how much I enjoy that one, though. Protecting the Liliana seems medium. Logan also has
Well,
his own
it
Lingering
does seem
Souls
to be
over
his
here.
best. He's trying right now just to empty Logan's hand so he can start focusing on his board state, I would think.
Yeah, but between the two, Gideon's going to take this game over.
He really is, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Ethan. So, is there an Urborg in play, actually?
No.
Yes.
Cool, never mind.
Thank you.
There's an Urborg in play, so that's actually a swamp.
Oh, that makes it easy. Oh, yep, there it is right there.
Cool. Never minds.
Yeah.
Caught it before I shouted it.
Well,
Well, I shouted, is there an Urborg?
at least you asked, you know.
Did it before I shouted that he needed to fetch.
Yeah.
Got him.
Don't worry, Chad. We figured it out, so you don't have to start yelling at us. about it.
13th Fox, you're bringing us ice cream? Score. Woo. God, that's great. Thanks so much.
Ice cream is yummy.
I can't wait till you bring it. Cookies and cream is my favorite. Or no, chocolate chip cookie dough. Wait,
Rocky Road also.
no, cookies and cream. Cookies and cream and mint chocolate chip. Those are my two favorite.
I gotta agree with you there.
Chocolate chip cookie dough and mint chocolate chip.
Uh,
The green
peanut butter
cups.
cup is not bad either.
What?
Have you ever had the peanut butter cup ice cream?
I have. I think I like it for the same reasons I like the chocolate chip cookie dough.
Nice.
Except peanut butter's also A+. Peanut butter's just a gift.
It is. It truly is. Of course, you don't want to have it when you don't have anything to wash it down with, because then it'll just stick to your mouth. And then you're just talking like that.
Yes. I do that to my Australian Shepherd all the time. It's hilarious. Alright, more Lingering Souls joining into the battlefield here. We also are going to make that knight. The Lingering Souls a little bit problematic. Ethan not able to swing into that Gideon with full efficiency.
Kind of waiting on Logan to start upticking that Gideon once he establishes a decent enough board state to come in. Because that Gideon will probably just present a more immediate threat once he starts coming in with the tokens.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a little bit
This-
tricky.
Considering all the Lingering Souls are just 1/1s. They're,
I mean, I might almost just ult the Gideon and start bashing.
yeah, that would work too. I think he's right now just waiting for another walker to reinforce his lines at this point.
I think next turn might be the one that I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Now, possibly not so much. But having
Yeah,
3 of the 2/2s plus some 3/3s attacking this,
Uh-oh.
Ethan's just on full Jamalama, and this is actually going to kill the Gideon. Had
Yeah.
both the Helix and the Path to Exile. He's going to trade his Liliana for Logan's Gideon. Never
And not only
mind.
that- Oh, there we go.
Removal back and forth. Some of the least efficient removal spells I've ever seen.
Well, that's just because they're hitting tokens.
4 mana was just cast to not even answer 1 full Lingering Souls.
That's true.
4 mana,
That is
3
sad.
cards, and not even a full Lingering Souls has been answered.
That's sad.
That's... Yes.
I mean,
It is a
it's mostly-
testament to the power of Lingering Souls.
I don't know. I mean, Lingering Souls does die to Elish Norn, so.
Most things do. I don't think that has anything to do with the power of Lingering Souls. I think that has entirely to do with Elish Norn.
True. True.
Dies to Elish Norn, cards garbage. Okay. I guess.
Well, to be fair, Elish Norn dies to Garruk, so.
I think if I'm spending 7 mana, I'd like most things to die.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
Good point.
It really does. Yeah. Devin brings up a good point. Elish Norn does make Souls 12 power.
Ethan gonna fall down, and looks like he can't get back up because that Gideon's actually gonna get some attacks in to knock Ethan down to 10.
I don't know. He might be able to get back up if he can
One,
just manage to get a good footing underneath him.
Yeah, Logan accepting that the Gideon is gonna die because there are so many of those Lingering Souls out. Blocking with the One Spirit isn't gonna help out.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything.
So it's forcing him to spend his resources there, and he got 5 damage out of the package as opposed to another 2/2 when he's already got a decent board there.
Exactly.
And if he ends up casting anything like a... I don't know. I guess he's now also winning on life total to where him casting in a Death Cloud might be decently reasonable. He can currently cast one 4/3, except Ethan actually wins that battle now that he's got a Liliana on the battlefield.
Well, the other problem too you have to consider is even if Ethan will still have full access to his colors at this point, he just keeps the Shrine and the Blood Crypt instead of
Liliana pluses, and Logan decides to actually Path to Exile his own creature as opposed to one of Ethan's before discarding it. This is going to allow him to attack and kill the Liliana, however,
Well, pathing just helps him build up more mana to throw into Death Cloud. So,
Possibly.
I mean, at this
Drew a
point,
Swamp, keeping a mystery card.
yeah,
And now it's 3 damage versus 4 damage, so Logan is technically winning this. He's got
he's got him on the race.
he's higher on life total and he's got a better race.
Yeah, he does.
Tokens is sweet.
It's, oh,
That ain't bad.
that's harsh.
That is not shabby.
That is not bad at all. Anger of the Gods coming down.
So it is going
Raining
to
its
exile.
fire.
Yeah, all those tokens are exiled.
Yep.
So that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, they didn't even get a chance to hit the graveyard.
Mm-hmm. Meow4, please do ask permission before posting links.
So is that Knight of Souls Betrayal that I see? Yeah, I think that is. And timely reinforcements that just being cast for life at this point.
Dang it. I'm just dropping everything right now.
Oh, I'm maybe we should like set up a safety net down there. Just no, okay,
I just drop it.
okay. Well, I mean, you are a burn mage. You're a red mage, so I'm guessing that when you drop it, it's probably hot.
That was way better than anything Coleman has joked about today.
Thank you.
Coleman, if you're listening right now, take a note. That was just actually funny. Knight of Souls Betrayal from Logan. Both of the Lingering Souls are pointless now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, to
I'm
me,
a little bit surprised that he's not running the one that actually does just your opponents.
he probably just couldn't find it in time. I mean, he did put this together. What was it? A week ago, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been putting it together somewhat recently. The Nahiri is so good. Ethan,
Ooh.
just every time they get to a top deck mode, Ethan just knocks it out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
And Nahiri,
At this point, I'm just waiting for Nahiri to ult so we can see that sweet, sweet emerald.
oh, yeah. Nothing feels better than watching a 15-15. Make your opponent go, I have life regrets.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweeping the board is going to be pretty problematic.
To be fair, though, the Emrakul is only he's still a few turns off, and Logan might still get another Anguished Unmaking or some other answer here.
True, though I imagine that the English making might be out of the sideboard.
That's true.
So I'm not sure how many he would have brought in.
I probably would have brought in at least 2, considering that Nahiri is a mainstay of this deck.
It's a matter of did you put 2 in the sideboard before you showed up?
That's true. That is very true.
Anyone repping Orzhov and playing Lingering Souls is a swell person in your book. I dig it. Could have Death Cloud last turn. Could have. He may have just been deciding to go with the... Yeah.
Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah,
Looks
right.
like he did have 2 of them.
Yes, it does appears that way. Appearances can be deceiving, however, but not in this case.
Congratulations, Moontoadfoot. That's fantastic.
That sounds delicious,
That sounds conflicting.
but also delicious.
My body would be confused. How viable is
Yeah, I
green
wouldn't know
light
whether
Hackers?
I would be wanting to go to sleep or just wake up after that.
The term viable is pretty subjective, Wild Dragonite. What are you looking to do with the deck? Like, what is your intent? Is your intent to take down a GP? Is your intent to go to your FNM and have fun? All of those will drive whether, like, what the deck is capable of doing.
Well, also it depends on how fast you want it to be, how slow, do you want to go mid range? Do you want to go for the late game? What's your curve?
Why didn't he use Death Cloud? Because he's behind on life, which means that it damages him more than it damages Ethan. He's behind on board because the Nahiri doesn't actually go off the board.
Yes.
And he'll have lost some of his lands to do so when Ethan doesn't need them. So it's mostly detrimental to himself.
Yeah.
He might be finally going to it for a decent amount just to sweep the board for safety's sake.
Oh, there it is.
And it looks like that is the case. But for a while, like, Ethan's
kinda-
already winning. And
Does he
it
still
makes...
have Lingering Souls in his graveyard?
Logan, no, he flashed it back some time ago when he was trying to protect it. Plus, the Knight
Right.
of Souls Betrayal is negating it anyway.
I guess I'm just confused as to why he's keeping that mana. Oh, I see. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. So both players discarding the entirety of their hand.
Yep. Which
Logan
is
down to 6.
Oh, they should be discarded. Logan hasn't discarded his hand yet. So
We're going to discard Liliana and draw a card. But for all of Logan's efforts, he's now at 6. And Nahiri ults at 8. So unless Ian draws Emrakul as his
Yeah.
draw for the turn, it has to
Which-
be this draw here.
Yes.
Then
And or maybe he might already have it in his hand. Although to be fair,
But he-
Logan is at 6. He just Ethan just needs 6 power. So I mean,
I'm honestly not sure if he runs any other 6-power creatures. Sun
Oh.
Titan. Ult for a
there we
Sun
go.
Titan. Get back your Liliana.
Inferno Titan.
Cooler. Yes.
Oh, that's your opinion. I personally prefer the Sun Titan.
I actually do prefer Sun Titan, though I think Inferno Titan's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And let's ult. Logan is prepared, saying the old show me. And,
There it is.
Oh, and actually he is asking him to sacrifice the Knight of Souls Betrayal before damage is dealt. Logan insisting that it remains a 14-14. Bold move!
It's a bold move. Let's see how it plays out for him.
So Logan ends up dying, though he only dies by going to -8 as opposed to -9.
Yes, that is a big difference.
So he
there.
can stand tall.
To be fair, if he did have a Phyrexian Unlife, that would have been much more preferable, because it would have meant that he would still need to take only 2 damage instead of 1.
True. Can we get a deck list for Death Shadow? Logan has said that he will be tweeting it out from at RagRock14. RAGROCK14. When he does so, I will do my absolute best to retweet it. So, if you're following myself at Red Baron MTG or Logan at RagRock14,
Right there. Just down there somewhere.
then you will be able to find it that way. But otherwise, we don't really collect deck lists. It's because Logan is uploading it of his own volition that I'm even able to do so.
And I just like to keep myself hidden. I don't have a Twitter, so
That I figured. Yeah. Okay.
if I did, I assure you I would probably share it.
Seedronimo Master, yes, but it would also mean that he ends up running out of whatever he had in hand. He may have just had different priorities at the moment. What's up, Lord of the Pit? It's good to see you. Let's head on up to the booth. Check out the sweet Beseech the Queen.
Ooh.
Hello, hello. Look, Vince here is going to try and find us another match, see what else we can find. But welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. My name's TJ, and Vince out taking a look-see.
Alright, so we have a confirmation from Coleman. Everybody's done.
All right.
That's it.
Looks like that might be the end of the stream. It probably one of our shortest Saturday streams in a long, long time. Is a
It's
Geek
been a while
Fortress
since
made
it's
out
been
of
this short.
geeks? It was built by geeks.
Yes. Yes.
By geeks, for geeks. Well, actually for everyone. By geeks, for
Yeah.
everyone.
Yes. Yes.
But,
Because we are not selfish geeks.
no. No, the Fortress is a good place.
Yeah.
If you're ever in the area, please do stop by.
Oh yeah, we'd be happy to talk with you, meet with you.
If you ever, need to buy some cards, check out GeekFortressGames.com.
Oh yeah.
It should be noted, I'm not an employee of the store. I just truly do love the store. The reason
is a
why I
great
advocate
place.
for the website is A, he lets us do this.
Mhm.
But B, the store's incredible. The
Yeah.
store is incredible, it's growing, and it's
Great people,
just
great magic, great fun, great store.
three boxes that I'm happy to check.
Oh yeah.
So when you go to GeekFortressGames.com and you spend your money there, it supports the store that supports us. And it is a
And it
store...
lets us bring this content to you.
Exactly. And it is a store that is... It is a good store that is good for the community. Like, I grew up in Snohomish. I'm living the next street over, but I can tell you right now, you grew up in Snohomish, to my knowledge. Is that true? Or no, you're from California,
I'm
right?
from California. I am a transplant.
But before this shop was here, Snohomish is not a land ripe with recreational activities. Man, you're such a bro.
Coleman coming in with the late game, just save. Just super Coleman.
Having this shop here has created an almost unofficial cultural center for the city, for like an entire subset demographic
Yes.
of people that is actually continually growing. And I think that's huge for the community, because there's not, like previously, people hung out at the grocery store.
Yeah, just up the street. Just,
That was it.
they have the little.
Like, you'd
little-
go to a
yeah.
park, and during the winter, you'd go to the grocery store and go to their cafe. So, like, having this here has just been
Yeah,
pretty incredible.
it's a godsend.
You don't know what it is. It could be anything.
It could even be a boat.
I would not eat a boat.
That's true.
I would eat a gravy boat on potatoes.
I would eat the gravy on the potatoes, not the gravy boat.
I would consider the gravy boat, depending on the quality of gravy, with the assumption that the gravy flavor would have seeped into it.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how
I will,
porous
I will
ceramic
concede
is.
that point.
How big is Snohomish? It's got a population of sub $10,000 or 10,000.
Sub $10,000.
$10,000.
Okay.
All of us have less than 10,000. Man, that is not much.
That is not
No,
much at
it's-
all. No.
The population is about 9,000. Last I checked. It's
It's about medium, I guess.
I mean, it's big enough to have a Fred Meyer, but it's small enough that people generally know who each other are.
Yeah.
So
You'll walk down the street and like, I know that guy.
the tallest building is at the high school.
Yes.
Recently, in the last several years, that was the new addition. But we're coming up towards the end of the stream. Would you like to play a quick, let's say, 10-round game of Fun or Fail with me to wrap things up?
Sure, that sounds fun. Or it could be a fail. Who knows?
Smarter than your university? Well, your university... What a good way to kick things off.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Man, how exciting for me.
I can imagine.
I love this card. Let's see if I can nail it.
Hopefully. Boom! Got there.
Oh, God, I'm so
Can we get an
good.
exclamation mark boom in the chat?
Fire Blast. Fun or fail?
I would say fun.
Yes, you would, because this card's the greatest. It's the funnest. It's the most fun, if you want to be grammatically correct. But you know what? You're a red mage slinging spells and sacrificing
I'm a white mage,
mountains.
sir.
Not anymore.
But I am willing to play red spells. So, kind of evens out. We'll see. Oh, obviously fun.
Boring is what it is. Tobias Andrion. 5 mana, 4/4.
It doesn't have flying. It's not a Sarah Angel, so I'm gonna say fail.
I'm actually going to agree. Putting Legend onto this is purely iconic of like what the Legend set was, which is largely a failure.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got.
Okay. Last two check. Dude is busy the first weekend of every month, just going to. I will say, me saying last I checked is surprisingly relevant because I work for a local city, which means that I am
He's
aware
not
of the
part of the Census Bureau. We'll make that clear.
like I am aware of the of like what local cities are like because it's relevant to my job. So,
Right.
please describe the picture on the card. This is a lady who either just finished a bar of chocolate and is trying to like wipe off the corners of her mouth.
No, I think that she's trying to decide whether or not she wants that drink or another, or I think
Maybe
it's
she just watched the end of the Red Wedding episode of Game of Thrones.
either that or she's playing a battle of wits against Vizini, and she's trying to figure out which cup she should drink from. And she's apparently reaching for the cup she was not given.
Which is that one with a little fire in it?
Yes.
It's a good thing that she spent the last several years on Theros building up an immunity to fire.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, I think we nailed describing this card. I'm going to say fun. How about you?
I'm gonna agree. Fun.
Rorik's Bladewing.
Ooh, that is fun.
It's like an eel attached itself to a lizard and grew 4 wings.
Is that 4? I thought it was just 2 with like a split in the middle.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, 4 wings better than 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna. And plus, it's a 6/5. Come on.
Melvin, that's legitimately funny. Okay.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Ninetales. The Pacific Northwest is completely lucky in having almost an overabundance of game stores.
Yes.
From
I came up here from California. There was maybe 1, 2, 3 tops every 2 or 3 cities. Up here, it's just every city has its own amazing game shop.
from
And-
my home in Everett, I could easily go to a dozen game stores within half an hour.
Yeah.
Possibly more, but it takes almost no thought to just recognize that within half an hour there is minimum a dozen game stores
Oh yeah.
in every direction. Maybe
They're all over the place.
Maybe
It's
if I
crazy.
put myself slightly more like central in between, because technically I'm near the water, so it cuts off like a half hour in like an entire 50% direction. So maybe if I was like in,
well, it depends. Do you have a boat? Because if you have a boat, a gravy boat, then you
I have a
can
gravy
cross-
boat. I don't
Okay.
have a regular boat.
Okay. Well, can the gravy boat float?
No,
Oh.
I've put it in my sink.
Okay.
Okay.
Grove of the Burn Willows. I'm gonna say
Super fun.
I'm gonna say fail specifically because I would not want to be underneath those trees napping. It's just the embers and the ashes coming down to get all over your face and your eyes. It's just.
What? That is fire?
Yeah.
This card is so much better than I thought. How does an entire forest built out of fire gain my opponent life?
Who knows?
What? He's dumb. This card sucks now.
I mean, to be fair,
Fail. Nope, there is no getting fair with a card that says, yeah, look, we built these trees made out of fire. Anyway, gain a life.
Okay.
What? No. It's abysmal.
Archetype of aggression. I'm gonna say fun because trample. I mean, do I need to say anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
I agree. I'm so upset with Grove of the Burnwillows right now. I can't respect. You can't build trees. We built a city on rock and roll. You think I can't build a tree on fire?
I mean, come on. It's gonna happen. Dutiful attendant.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he is very dutiful. He is very attendant.
Uh-huh.
He's very attendant to our needs. I'm gonna say fun.
I'm gonna say fail. Card's boring.
Okay. I gotta say fail. It's not a plains.
It's just plains playable. Card's great. Fun.
Fun. Yeah.
Every color having access to just, cutting its own arm off to cut off someone else's is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like it's like, I would like to be a voodoo doll, please. Thump, and just
That works.
as your arm slithers away, and that.
And then if you're green, you can just regenerate it. What?
I was checking myself for a spinal attachment. Forgotten Cape, cycling
No,
lanes.
he's good.
Fun. I would love to see these come back in the
Yes.
next Amonkhet set, but I know that we won't.
Cycles are always fun. It's always fun to draw cards.
I love cycling. Cycling's great. It's one of my favorite mechanics. It should be evergreen, and it's just one of the it's such a powerful mechanic, but in a very subtle way, in a very reasonable way, done correctly. Cycling's great.
And let's not forget that you also have land cycling, which is also very fun.
Land cycling's great too.
Oh yeah.
But I just love that there is cycling because what it allows them to do in a cool way, even if you make it evergreen but low use, is that you can build absurd cards that are fun for casual players, and they're even fun in limited, but make it to where it's not just laughable to put it into any deck. Because you give them let's say
Melvin, come on, man.
let's
C+.
say
C+ on that one. I'm sorry.
I forget the name of it. Do you remember in Mirrodin Besieged or New Phyrexia, whichever one it was, the Praetor's the one that let you shuffle your graveyard back into your library? You have no maximum hand size, kind of thing.
Oh,
but you're aware of the card.
Was that a Praetor's? I thought it was.
It had Praetor in the name, but regardless, you're aware of the card, yes?
Yes.
So the card's absurd, right? I wouldn't
Right.
put it into many decks.
Uh-huh.
You toss Cycling 3 onto that, or something. The whole
Oh.
card, you can put absurdly cool abilities onto cards that are
Yes.
overexpensive, but they're not laughable to put into your deck because when they're good, they're great, and the rest of the time you can just cycle them.
Exactly.
I love cycling for that reason.
And I think that's another reason why the cycle creatures with Gem Palm Polluter, the Gem Palms in general.
That one. You put your graveyard into your hand, not library. Thank you.
Yep, there it is.
I appreciate that. I'm just kicking the table a bunch. Hey, while I was just kicking the table, hopefully this new mic arm and extender and shock absorber and all that stuff should have made it to where me kicking the table was significantly less noisy and
So how about that?
rude as previously.
Can we get some feedback?
Yes, let me know.
Yes.
Don't make me kick this table again. I'm
Oh,
not
he'll
sure if
do
you
it.
can
He'll
handle
do it. He's a man obsessed.
We gotta get a new table. That's next on my list.
Yeah, that'll work.
Grimstrider, how you feel about it? It's brand new.
I'm gonna say fail because it was already done better. What was it? The
Nixithid?
No, the Rakdos one. Wow.
Bryce! Thanks, Bryce. Thanks for
Another
subbing,
sub.
Bryce. It's good to see you, Bryce. I've said your
Always
name 4
wonderful.
times now.
Yeah. Bryce is a fun guy. I mean, unless you start talking about how Twin was banned, and then he just gets salty.
That's fact. That is fact. Fun. Oh, man. I can't wait for the next ban-unbanned announcement for Standard, because then I can argue to Bryce that the new Saheeli combo is straight better because one of its cards were banned out of Standard for being so good.
There you go. There you go.
By the way, I am so excited for the new return of Heckbent. Just so
Okay.
that I can say that I'm so heckin' bent. Whenever I only have one or less cards.
Yes. Yes.
If you want to PM it to Red Baron MTG, I would actually appreciate that. That's great. What else we got?
Fail.
Agreed. Oh,
Oh.
there we go.
I'm gonna say fun because it's always nice to know that even if they are a soulless machine, they still have a heart.
You completely changed my idea on that one. All right, fun. I said thank you. Vince is the one that was super rude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How's that bus feel?
Hmm?
How's that bus feel?
Boss?
Last card. What a way to end it.
Wow. Okay, there we go.
Desperate Ritual.
Fun all day, every day.
Right? The card is sweet. It's got Splice in the Arcane. It is Arcane. It's an instant. It adds red, red, red for an additional just red and a generic
Gets you a
mana.
ball lightning. Gets your ball lightning with 2 lands.
Oh. By the way, Vince, I'm not sure if you remember this. You were a decent part of my advancement into the realm of Modern, and I'm not sure how much you remember this. So when I first got into Modern, my first experience with it was with the Boros burn deck
Okay.
of Standard. But what I immediately built afterwards is similar to what Zach was running today, which is the Sparks.
Okay.
So Burn running the Hellspark
yes,
Elemental,
yes.
the Spark Elemental,
The
the Ball
Sparkies,
Lightning,
yeah.
as well as everything else, and going mono red.
Okay.
And I thought this deck was great, and I thought I had a lot of cool advantages to regular Burn because of like the repeat damage.
Right.
And then one match changed my entire mentality, and I immediately built regular Burn.
Okay.
Do you remember when you used to play Mono White Knights?
I do.
It is the fact that all those things had first strike. Every single one of them. I swung with a Spark Element to like block with a 2/2 first strike. Okay? Hellspark Element. Block with a 2/2 first strike.
Mono white. Best color.
That was exactly what made me go, you know what, I think I'm going to build a real Modern deck and not get blown out by first strike.
It is a mechanic.
I specifically remember the moment that I realized, like, why don't people run Hellspark Elemental? That's why, TJ.
Yeah.
Oh! We figured it out.
It only took first strike 2/2s.
That's it. Like, it was just... I remember specifically going, well,
I think I
just
remember
made,
that match too.
I just made like 4 of the cards. In
That
my
was
deck
back when we were at the
completely
other
pointless.
store, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
This-
yeah.
This was back when our Modern events had like 10 people maximum.
Oh yeah, because
It was just when Modern was developing for the store.
Yeah, it was also a much smaller store.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to leave you with that story at the end
Yeah.
of the stream. I'm going to find out who we're going to host on over to.
Yeah, sounds like
And we're going to keep rocking and rolling.
why can't we ever roll and rock? I mean, come on.
Because if you roll onto a rock, you'll hurt your back.
I thought that was if you step on a crack.
All right, everybody. We're going to host on over to one of the people. You're a mother?
What?
I don't know.
No.
So, we're going to host on over to one of the people who previously
Sometimes I
mentioned...
wish I had a brother.
Same. But my sister's pretty great. Hey, sister, if you're watching, remember I said that.
I have a sister as well. She's nice.
We're going to host on over to Emma
I
Handy.
don't like spice.
Now, remember, Emma Handy, I did mention earlier the people who have talked about wanting to Skype in and do some commentary with us. Emma Handy is one of them, and I'm super excited by that because she's awesome and incredible and a super cool person. So let's go to her stream, be sure to hit that follow button and join her, and just say, hey,
And just say,
you're pretty great.
"Hey-o."
Geek Fortress sent us. Keep
Yeah.
being great. That's what we're going to do, everybody. It's going to be
awesome.
fun.
Be excellent to each other. That's what we're all about here.
Diddle-a-diddle-a-dee. Yeah, I dig it.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
From. Do you have any final thoughts, I guess?
No, I think the best way I can sum it up is face is the place. I mean,
Couldn't have said it better myself. From all of us here at Geek Fortress, located in Snohomish, Washington, available at geekfortressgames.com. My name is TJ.
I'm Vince.
And whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, You just got to remember that you're a Fortnite. We'll see you next time. Next stream. What day is it?
When today's Saturday.
Next
so.
Wednesday at 7. We'll see you there.
Bye.